So, hi, I am doing something different. So, as soon as my computer agrees with me, you never question the go live button. You just assume it's going to work. And what do I get? It says, it can't go live. Now, why? Why is that? Switch to previous version. I don't want to go to this previous version. Oh, this is why we want to work out the kinks. Oh, this is so this one doesn't start. No, I'm supposed to go live, but how do you do it? Your live will be visible to the audience selected. Oh, we're learning, people. We are most learning. And soon you will see what we're doing. Oh, they erased everything I just typed. Oh, goody me. Well, isn't this funny? Okay, so good to see people here. Give me a minute and two. So we are setting up a new type of thing. It's funny because they say you can cross post, and I don't think I believe it. Why? Because it should work, and I had everything a go, and the button won't go. The video is oh, I know what it's waiting for. Silly me. We'll have to type it all in later. I don't know. Amy will fix that. Won't you, Ames?
Sure.
And thank goodness she's here with me. Okay, so this is, these learning curves. This is nothing about failure. Stay on page. It's all about steps, and then you memorize them. Otherwise, you forget them quickly. So we have set up a new thing me and Amy have. Oh, get off. So that we can, how do you want to do this? We'll do this one and this one. And it means I have to use a whole nother thing. I just can't say go live, Just can't say that, go live. Because it's not quite that way. Going live and connecting to my live. Is it working? Yeah. Now, Amy, you should start seeing me on the big screen. Hopefully that's what you can see. Oops. Surprise. Okay. It's good to have you here. So we are on YouTube. We're on my personal page. And hello to all of you. You have to bear with me because sometimes I can't see on the teeny tiny screen. But look at all these beautiful people here. I decided I asked Spirit, how am I supposed to, with 2020, how is it you want this spiritual vision, this movement, to move forward in the direction of helping you understand that you can live a more authentic life? And Spirit says, oh, you're going to do this, this, and this year. Now, I've had this stuff, some equipment and some knowledge already in play, but it was never a good timing. So you have to wait for that door. Now, you have an opportunity that's there. The door may be there, but it's locked. But you wait for your set of keys, and you finally get to unlock it, and you get to go through. Now, this is where people lose patience, and they don't have manifestations. And they're just like, what? And it can be a little bit confusing. This is true. But if you kind of understand, it's like trying to set up a video, that you have all these steps that you have to do, then you can move into a direction that can actually allow you to be more patient, be more self-disciplined. Okay. Now, I'm a bad person. No, it is. Okay. So get my mind right. Allow that authentic part to get the rhythm of what it means to be human, because sometimes it can get a little bit daunting when you're trying to cooperate with what's happening. All right. Now, what does all this mean? It means you have the ability to see further than you've ever saw before. It's your ability to wake up and choose to be happy. We have this thing called relating to other humans. What are we going to do with this relating to other humans? And this is where it can be tricky, because people have said, oh my God, like let's say you have somebody that you think you have a great connection with, and then you find out they're talking behind your back because, and you're like, why are they doing that? Because to my face, they're nice. Well, sometimes people don't realize they're talking out two sides of the mouth, which means two parts of their brain. And so they do everything they can to be spiritual, but they haven't transformed that particular part of their thought processes, their habits, their behaviors that sit in the morphogenic field. And now some of you, I may be talking way over your head. Some of you, you're like, oh, I get that. Some of you are like, oh, wait a minute, I'm starting to get the connection. So you're learning step by step. What do I really want to help you do with this movement is to help you become happier. You're connected, you're hardwired for joy, but you don't know that. You have no idea that there's a part of you that is still asleep. Part of that awakening is to come to a realization that there's something else to life. Something else to life that you could be doing. Okay, so Ames is with me. And hello, Amy.
Hi.
Okay, so we're going to do something a little different. Amy is in one of my trial classes, and it's a new design by you. And that is, I'm teaching you how to be awake by observing your surroundings through your spirit while you're in the midst of your ego. Now, you're going to learn how to be ego and spirit, and then you're going to learn how to heal when ego seems to be in charge. It's a form of self-discipline that you then will get more of your bearings of who you spiritually are. Amy, what do I mean by that? Can you kind of verify or talk about that a little bit?
It's, you learn that, I learned that I thought I was awake. I thought that I was living a wonderful life. And I discovered that, no, I was living in hell.
How'd you know that?
I didn't know that until I started working with you and started to learn the different patterns and idiosyncrasies and what have you to the fact that no, I wasn't awake, and I wasn't living my best life.
Very good. You weren't living your ideal, your best life. So there's a part of you that noticed that, hey, I'm happy. I like spirituality. I want to go down this road. I want to pick up this book. I want to study this. I want to get cards. And so you get this urge and this excitement that you kind of know that this feels like your world. It starts to feel familiar to you, but very unknown. So there's always this backing away. Okay. And then all of a sudden it's like, I really want more of this. Because then when you try to go back out to the regular world, you start to feel icky. You start to wake up to people's behaviors, and you start to notice the paradigms. And those are big words, but we'll talk all about those. It's simply put, when I woke up, I realized like I was in a narcissistic gaslighting relationship that I thought was love. And then when you start to realize how the drama plays out and how the relationship is, and you're like, but I don't think I want that anymore, I just don't think I want that anymore. And you're saying, there's got to be something more to life than this. Now, you're going to be in your moods because you're going to start breaking down your own emotions. There'll be sometimes you feel like you need to do a tantrum. Okay. But there are tools. I mean, Amy would be like, yeah, everything's good. Yeah, yeah. But then she would go to somebody's house and she'd say, oh, Jesus, and then she'd get caught up in that old gossip, what people were doing. And she started to sit back and go, well, if you're talking, and you could just see the awakening starting to happen just on her face because, you start to look at people. It's not judging them, but you're using discernment and you're sitting back going, but I don't really like this conversation. And then yet the ego goes, oh, did you hear that one about that one? Oh, gee. And then you're sitting back going, but if they're talking about them, then they must be doing it to me. Bertha said something about patterns. To really get to know a person is understand how they treat others behind other people's backs. Then they must be doing it to me. When you begin to wake up, ego-wise, you're like, oh my God, that makes me mad. I hate those people. I'm going to cut everybody out. Because it hurts, and then all of these other things come up. But then, if you understand this is how they actually talk, sometimes are they fake or are they real? Well, this is where it gets very tricky because we're in what's called the transitional phase of the way humans behave. Simply put, if they're able to start building their spirituality out of one side of their mouth, they may not be aware how they talk out the other side. I know I've had to develop, like when I'm with people, especially with angry people, I've had to learn that in order to not be attacked, I had to take on a persona of being angry just so that I would have a story so that they wouldn't sit there and attack me. They would find something else to be angry about. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to do that anymore. So you have to figure out how to grow. And there are many different ways to do so. Now, if you're new here, understand that this is about waking up. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand about spirituality. A lot of people don't understand because they have, it's like, depends on where you're at the stage of your life. Okay. At what level of spirituality are you awakening? I remember when Amy started in June and she thought she was awake. And I said, okay, now the only reason I wanted her to compare against herself is because she's only going to look and compare her life to how she's grown. It has nothing to do with going, oh, Amy, I want you to compare yourself to me. No, that's not how you do it. She's supposed to go, am I a better person than I was yesterday? Now, is this better person have to do with consciousness to say that, oh, I'm better than my neighbor. I'm better than this. No. I'm better than Oh, okay. Wait. Does that mean that I did a good deed and that means I'm a better person than the other person, but yet I'm going to talk nasty? No. You have to find it within yourself that there are certain behaviors you don't want anymore. You have to find within yourself that if you don't like and you wake up and you realize, I don't like to be the butt of a joke. I don't need to give my power away just so they're happy and I'm the one that sacrifices. We're done with martyrism. And she's doing great. I mean, she's got a happy life, She had a happy life too. At least she thought she did. She was taking care of kids. She got to have that baby in love. And then she could have her kitties and she could have, just all, I get artwork. She just had it all until I came into her world. She's like, no, I didn't mean to shatter her. But the thing is that sometimes you have to crack an egg to get what's inside, or you need to, be a little cracked to get the light in. And so then Amy's like wanting, her soul is like, I'm hungry for this. This is all I want. I said, well, if that's the case, then how about if I show you how to look at something completely different? And so she found me one morning when she was just But what's yours? How would you say you found me? You just got up late? You got up early? What? Out of routine? What?
No, I woke up and I went to the bathroom and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I'm like, okay, let's just go scrolling through Facebook and there's you and I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what this one has to say. So I've been watching all kinds of psychics and readers and
We weren't friends at that time either. So,
no, I had no clue.
so she hasn't really seen any of my lives, because she's not on the fan page and being notified. So I'm not sure exactly how she found me, but I think Spirit brought her to me. Continue.
Yeah, it was just you were on my scroll, and I'm like,
All right, what made me different?
Well, you had a friend with you, and I don't know if it was because it was the two of you or if it was her voice because she's Australian and I'm a sucker for an Aussie.
So am I. I married one.
I'm a sucker for an Aussie accent. So I watched, and then you were going to be on the next. I don't remember if it was like you were on like Sunday night and Monday morning or whatever.
Yeah, because I was doing a morning show and a night show, and they were a day apart on my end anyway.
Yeah, it was like 2 days. So I kind of set my body clock to, okay, I got to watch this. I have to see what she has to say. And then we became friends on Facebook, and I texted you one morning or one night, whatever, and said, the only regret I have in this life is not having my own kids.
Yes.
And that's where it all started.
Yeah. So, okay. So, you said you were used to psychics, so you're used to getting cards, you're used to getting readings. Again, what made you stay?
Honestly, I think it's your energy.
Oh.
I really have.
Okay. So did I give you cards, or did I use my pendulum and listen to Spirit? Or did somebody from the other side come through?
Well, at that time, you were doing the Hope Chest.
Yes, because that's how fresh and new we were.
And I don't remember if I won one or if you were doing the number game and I won that and you read me and I'm like, holy effing crap.
So I read you just like everybody else could read, but what did I say differently?
I mean, everything you said was like spot on, and it's like, oh my God, this woman's in my head.
Now, I don't get in people's head. I just read the energy cords, and I am a mirror. So your shit shines on me. I'm like, ooh. So when it came to the emotions, did I tap into some emotions that you weren't sure of?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, have other readers done that? Tapped into those emotions before?
No.
Okay.
You can say a certain word and it will hit a chord and I'll start bawling.
Yes, because I read what you've got hidden. It's the pain. And sometimes we label those pains in a very specific way. Now, what's important to understand is that when I'm doing a reading, it is your soul is saying that it wants to talk about something very specific. Now, if you ask a specific question, then the soul will bring up particular information so that you can register what is familiar to me. And when you begin to find out what is familiar to me, all of a sudden you're like, you just tapped in my identity. And that is exactly right. I am looking at your identity. I'm looking at how you're addicted. I am looking at the trapped emotions. I am seeing your unresolved issues. Why? Because emotions that you can feel is this. They are an end result of a past experience. And you're vibrating different colors, different speeds, different frequencies, and they all tell a story. I'm able to see those cords. And if you're not ready for something, you'll have a safety blanket. And if you're not ready for something, you won't hear me if I'm saying certain words. Now, ego person would get pissed. Not all, some. But at the same time, I know that says she can't hear you because the vibrations are out of alignment. You need to come into alignment. So it's like, what are you willing to let me talk to you about? Okay. Some people don't even know. I mean, you do feel naked. Now, I don't see your nudity. You do feel vulnerable, but you are stepping into the ring of life and having courage to want to change. But most people feel that vulnerability means that they're going to be hurt because that's all the pattern ever shows. Now, when I'm working with you, Amy, and you can feel that vulnerability, what makes you keep coming back to want to know more? Is it because you like the hot seat, or is it because you use tools to heal you out of it? And you're like, shit, I can see the difference between being vulnerable to that fucker owned me? What?
Yeah. I want to grow. I want to continue to grow.
So the pain and the suffering keeps you from growing.
It does. It really does.
So when she first came to me and she said she was awake, and then after a while she worked, I said, okay, I need you to measure now. Are you awake now? And what you say to me, you're like, I remember the facial expression. You thought you were awake. You're like, oh, I'm more awake now than I was then. And then I thought I was really awake, but shit,
Yeah.
Now, the only reason it sounds like I'm talking over her is sometimes her brain farts and she's like, and she's learning. So that means there's different things. Like when her brain does that and she's like, now she's doing so well because she's not used to being in front of the camera. So I applaud her for being vulnerable to being here because she's letting you show herself. It's like, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And she also has an arrested development that sometimes, she knows I can see all the words trying to come through the door. The door goes, wait, it's locked. I can't get unlocked.
Exactly.
But she's doing awesome. And, she's my moderator. So she has moved up the ranks of just being a spectator to becoming my best friend and then coming into this space that spirit, she wants this. Like we started this trial class and eventually I'll have all these classes for you guys. But she's in the trial class and it's like, she wants this. She wants this. I mean, when people really want it, they'll move mountains to get it. I mean, she even figured out, hey, how about if you do a night show? My end would be 9 p.m. or so. She goes, when it's 9 p.m. your time, give me a text. And I'm thinking, what?
Why?
You remember that quite, because I wasn't even on board with what you were doing. And then what happened?
A friend that lives in Adelaide also to text me at 9 o'clock your time. See what time it was here. 4:30 in the morning.
And and then when she told me what she was doing, I says, you're willing to get up at 4:30 in the morning to help? And you're like, yeah. And I'm thinking, wow, she must really enjoy spirituality. She wants this movement to happen. There's good things happen in her life that she wants other people to feel. And it's just like, all right, Spirit, are we doing this? So, Amy, we may go on tomorrow night at 9 because I got a heads up this morning from Spirit. And I'm like, well, I guess that is enough time to give me to get things going.
Yep. Two funerals at the same time tomorrow. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it.
Oh my gosh, woman. Really?
Well, I'm going to go to one visitation and go to the other funeral. Because
now, these are older people that you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, I'm friends with their daughters. And one was 80 and one was 81.
That's still too young. It's time for we get to help you guys live longer. And that's what I want for myself as well. Well, so we're broadcasting on quite a few channels. So Amy, now here's the thing. We're going to be doing a free card and we're also going to do paid readings, which means I need to open up my email. With that in mind, Amy will have to go up into the little corner, but she is going to look. And then if you want a free card, you say, I want a free card. She'll put your name down. Now she's got to look at all of the windows.
Okay, where all are we besides?
Okay, my homepage, which is Medicine Woman Solution. Okay, we're on all three of my fan pages, just to let you know.
Okay.
And we're on my personal page and YouTube. She's like, what? Why? I don't know. Spirit said, let's go. I got up this morning and Spirit goes, oh, did you know you could do this, this, and this, and this? And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had coffee. And you want me to? Okay. Step one, write it down. Go here. So, yeah. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm opening up to make sure. If you've paid and I haven't called it out, understand sometimes PayPal don't send me the correct, what you call it. Just doesn't send me the correct way of doing it. Okay, that's good to go. Excellent. Shrinky dink that down. And I have to remember I've got 3 mice that I'm running at the same time, plus a couple other boards, just to let you know. Now, the free card is very simple. Usually we like to keep, if you get it, you can get an expedite. If you want a reading for 6 minutes for $11, you pay, you let us know. And then you get bumped up. And then those that are waiting for free cards, you just have to wait. And if your name has been written down, and you'll have to come back and look for it. Because it's streaming on YouTube, if you can't remember what page you're on and Facebook, remember, hit, click, notify, like, and all that good stuff so that you can find it again. Yes, honey.
I'm doing it, Brenda. Trying to use my mouse for my laptop.
Yeah, it gets frustrating when you're typing on the wrong keyboard too, and you're like, where'd my words go? Okay, so you can always go to YouTube, and it's called Medicine Woman Solution, I think. Or Medicine Woman Brenda, or Brenda Medicine Woman. I don't remember the name of it anyway. I should. Okay.
Medicine Solution on YouTube.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to bump Amy. Now, here's the thing we may do. We may do it on other shows in the future. And that is, if we have time, Amy is busy as hell, that's for sure. So I was going to use her, but if anybody wants to, how are we going to do this, Amy? We got to, because if you are willing to go live like Amy and me, then I would highly suggest that you be, ready to want to, and then let us know, and Amy can write down some names. Now, if there's one person, then you win. But if there's like 10, maybe we'll have, we'll put your name in the box. Maybe we'll figure that out and we use the hope chest again. Who knows? What do you think, James? Okay, so I'm going to shrinky dink her so she can focus. Yes?
The number in one and whatever.
When it comes to those that want to be on the live with us.
One is one.
Google. Was it Alexis or was that Google?
Alexa, sleep.
Yeah, we'll be talking. If I say the wrong word, our phones will go off, or our little things at home will go off. And my favorite one to do to Amy is, Alexa, tell us a joke. Tell me a joke. Oh, you muted her, woman. Anyways, the whole point is that if I could do that.
Okay, now you do it if you want.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do you call toddler twins who are sleeping? Napkins.
Anyways, out of the blue, we'll just do this crap to each other, and sometimes they have some really good jokes. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, remember, if your name is if you want a card, you say so. Amy will write your name down. Yes. Honey.
If you want 1 minute, I do have email open.
Yes.
It pinned. If not, I will pin it.
And what are we doing with that?
The 1 minute reads. Usually,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, if you don't want a card and you want a 1 minute read, I forgot about that. Then you email. Now, you on YouTube and you in my homepage are not going to get that unless Amy can get there. But I don't know how many machines she's got to be able to do it. But if you want a card, and we prefer to have that the 1 minute reads, because then you can say, this is what I want to address. One card, you can say you still want to address one card, but you can't make 1,000 sentences because it goes so quick and our machines get stuck. They haven't figured out how to really get them to work correctly. Okay, so it is lovely to see all of you here. Now she's getting all of this. I'm going to shrinky dink her down, put her over there. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Brenda, let's do this again, and we're going to hide myself. So she's up in the corner. Now, again, if you really think that you're okay with being on camera alongside me and Amy, because I haven't figured out how to just be me and you, but me, you, and Amy, heck, maybe she can even throw a card in there. Who knows? But she's already running 1,000 boards at once. But anyways, we'll give her a chance to catch up, and she'll holler out the first person to get a card or whatever it is I'm supposed to do. And you're going to get a feeling of understanding that when it comes time to want you to resolve your issues, to awaken to a new world, to see something. And now I see life completely different. And that's what some people want to hear. That's what some people want to do, is to live this way. And there are ways to do this. And that means you got to really resolve to evolve and heal instead of deal, instead of choosing ego and letting what's own you to control you. Now, all of that. Hey, Norma's at work. Oh, well, thank you for watching, my dear. Okay, so we are going to begin.
no comments in Medicine Woman Brenda.
What's that?
I don't have any comments in Medicine Woman Brenda.
Okay, so let's just, that's fine. And so we don't know, just, yeah, whatever it is, whatever.
There's people in there.
There's people in there?
Yeah.
Oh, if you're in there, as long as they can hear us. Yeah, I can't check that one window out.
Oh, is that your phone?
No, well, my home page is my phone. Or I mean homepage, sorry. My personal page is my phone. So whoever's on my personal page, hopefully.
Oh, this is with
the one with the book magazine.
Just tap of your face.
Yeah, the magazine. So
Yeah.
And maybe if you can type in there, if you want to read, hopefully those people that are on. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, and apparently my husband made me some Vegemite toast, and I got one bite before it was time for me to go on air. I love that, man. But I'm chowing that down as soon as the show's over. Anyways, who will be the first person that Spirit wants me to address? Hello, Ames.
Patty.
Our Patty? Okay. Now, Patty is in our trial class, and she's so amazing, and it's beautiful. I thought she was just amazing. Just getting to know her through like the situation we are now. It's like, hello, how are you? And I give her a card here and then, but now I get to see her face to face, and I get to hear her different opinions and points of view. And it's like, God love that woman. Now I feel a card, but I got to find them. Aha. You get a moon card, Patty. Okay, so that card you get is, why don't you have any pleasure in your life? Okay, so how they're going to want me to ask you this, Patty, is if I'm designing my life, am I avoiding pleasure? Or do I believe I can't have pleasure? Or, Take a look at what it is that stops you from having pleasure, okay? Because in this case, it is your life. You came into this body. You're ready to have pleasure, but where is your priority of you? Where are you? It depends on what kind of life you have. And sometimes you have to heal some other things out. Who's next?
Dave,
Oops, you cut out, sweetheart.
David.
Is that my friend David?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yay, hon. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, I know the different times can cause this. And I might do my night show again. Maybe. I think that's where I saw you the most or something. I don't know. What card do you want for him? You're having me dig. I mean, good Lord. None of those? None of that one? You don't like that one either? Oh, come on. Don't be picky. Oh, I'm looking right at it. All right. Ah! David. Apparently what's left is you have to learn about love, Dave. Now, David, love. There is all these frustrations that seem to be happening with you. And what I can feel is it's time to open your heart to love. Kind of remember, it's like when you begin to awaken, what was that first thing that made you fall in love? What was that first time you had a baby? That moment of love. It's about going back to those little moments, and it's encapsulating those moments. And if you are out of alignment, do your best to get back in. And if you are already in alignment to where you want to be and it just is not working, then you're going to have to come to terms with different things. But it's about that love and opening that heart up, opening that, just feel some love. Love's being sent to you, David, right now from people that can understand and relate to your issue. But you can do it. Who's next?
Nikki.
Nikki. Oh, our Nikki, right? My Nikki. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you too. Okay. Support. Oh, okay. So let me ask this question. Is this about you supporting? You're actually going to get some support. Now show me a picture of you. So Spirit on the other side showed me a picture of you that you are so used to the way your life is that it looks like your back is to those that want to support you. So be open and begin to wait, who is supporting me? And look around. You may not see them. And then all of a sudden, if you start to look, you actually see those that are really there for you. Next.
Lori M, and she's got an email.
Okay. She wants a 1 minute.
Yeah. Would like to know if my health could be better. What does Spirit want me to focus on? Thank you, Lori.
Now, when it comes to the health, I look at your the way the energies just flow. And they said in this case, they want you to understand that your body has been in an auto response. Oops, set the timer, Brenda. Hold on. Spirit's just yelling at me here. Well, not yelling. Okay, so it is an auto response. Any particular emotion or auto response? Okay, so your body has been, and don't take offense, I had this one woman get all mad at me. Your body, if you ever had in your entire life what low self-esteem feels like, the auto response of that particular moment are running in the background. It's like this. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, this is running. And it doesn't need to run anymore. But it's like an active memory, but yet it's not. It's like a response. And they said it's time that you understand that when that's running as an auto response, all of a sudden something will occur where you have to have good, healthy self-esteem, and then you'll get triggered, and then a reaction will occur. Okay. And they said that it's time you used to going into, I have to give up my expectations. And if I ask why, they said it's because you believe other people are more important than you. I would change that around. I would use EFT to help you remove the low self-esteem because it's actually a symptom that shows up in the physical body. Okay, that's the way we would go there. Next.
TP.
Hey, TP. All right. She's like, but let's find out what these cards have to say. Miss TP. And it is to do with opening that heart up. They showed me that you've been in such vulnerable states with people, and it's the past that seems to be still affecting you when it comes to relationships. But they said that one of the beautiful things about you is getting to know each other. And when you start to get to know each other and you start to swap data, meaning first, second, and third chakra, and you're like, oh yeah, I had the scar on my leg. Oh, me too. You know, you're going to start to get to know each other. And they want you to just get to know each other on a spiritual level. Find those people that you know, are about becoming more real. Next.
Marty Yellow Bear.
Marty. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Marty. No, you want a card? All right, woman. All right, I got the love cards. Let's just see what we get. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying these little moments fully. Okay, so you have to pick how you want these moments. It's important to take and when you know, the way they just said it was that you have moments, but it's how you pick the moments. So let's say you have an argument with somebody, and then all of a sudden you feel their vulnerability, that they actually got real. That's a moment. They want you to pay attention to certain little moments because it'll start to help you become more connected on a very deeper level. Okay, next.
Kelly Druce.
All right, Kelly. Well, they say they want me to give you a moon card. So it doesn't matter what you want sometimes. Your soul says we want this instead, which makes sense. If you want a longer reading, understand it's just $11 for 6 minutes, and somebody just did that. So you need to focus. There's something about a focus. And when I ask more about it, they're saying you're focusing on the right stuff. What do you mean focusing on? Good. They said you're focusing on yourself more, and that's good. Understand that. Okay, so just real quick, there might be a feeling that you're having and you're learning to overcome it. And they said to really overcome it is to tap it out, to use a healing tool so that it resolves the roots out, so that you don't have to overcome it. You just become more you. Does that make sense? And I can't seem to get my computer to move. Premier Flooring. That's who paid. What the heck? I think I need to close a few windows to see if it'll work. Maybe, maybe not. All right, so I know it said Premier Flooring. I'm not sure why it's being a little lollygagger. So you guys get to experience what a 6-minute read is like. Premier Flooring. Which window is she on, so I know?
I have no clue.
I'm assuming it might be over here.
On YouTube?
No, my main page, I believe. And then Sharon's page, so we'll go those two routes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Melanie says your power page comments no work. You know why? It's because I'm cross posting. I'm trying something new. they told me I could cross post to the other pages, which don't make any sense if they're not going to allow interaction. Well, if you're on those other pages and you're watching and you really would like a card and you can't do that, then I'm going to have to tell you that you can email. For those that are on those other pages, is there anybody on those pages, AIM? Amy, where'd you go? I lost Amy. Okay, so you go to Medicine, MWS. And you know what? I think maybe I need to put that up there. So MWS for you at dr.com. If you're on those other pages, and write to me and I will get you a card. You will not be left out. Yes, that's what we'll do. Okay. And if you've asked for it, you will be put on the list and you will continue. Now, Premier Flooring, I keep forgetting who that is, and I'm trying to find you. And that is that Melanie? If it is, I found the right board. Let's see. Where are we at? I can't get to the other. Oh, maybe it's up here. No, that's my personal page. Kelly don't remember what her card was, and Amy's not here. Focus. Your card was focus. And I don't remember what I said because Spirit brought it through and then did that. My computer went funny. Really? All right, Melanie, what do you want to talk about for 6 minutes, dear? You're more than welcome to, if you did a paid and you did want to come live, you let me know and I'll send you a link. So there is that option as well. Okay, Melanie. For 6 minutes, I'm going to look down. If you want me to talk about anything specific, I think of your love life. We'll start you off with that. When it comes to Melanie. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're talking about the idea of what is in control. So there is no control, there is control. So when you're looking at this love, and when I'm asking about this, it is, do you have to? No. You have to see what is controlling this love life. And if I ask, what's controlling it? Why is there no love life per se? If we wanted to do that, is that you're in a monotonous relationship to some degree. Because of this monotonous relationship, it's interfering with others because you have not finished something. Okay. When I was between husbands, divorcing, transition to being married, I did not close the doors completely. I didn't have, the divorce wasn't final. There's just, you have to have closure. And they said that there are some things that get your attention that draws you to the point where you don't realize it. But even if you don't think and talk about them, there's a part of you that have caused a situation where you have, your amount of energy that needs to be into creating a love life is saying, I'm sorry, I'm preoccupied because the heart I had given away before is still busy. Okay, so you can't bring your all to the game. The other part of your love life is that you can't let in new love. And I think it's because of that same reason. You have to wait. You can't, you're unable to bring in that love. Okay, now it says when you go ahead and you start to get love and you start to create closure, it's learning to get to know them on a different level. No falseness, no nothing. This is me, and this is who I'm going to be, and I'm a spiritual being. Now, you don't have to come across as but you just come across as, you don't hide nothing. And this will weed out the people, and you won't have to have heartbreak. You will weed out the people that you don't need. And then it'll start to, and then you're like, but I want a love life. Don't just say you want one. And then, oh, this guy sparks me, but what, your hearts are not aligned, or your hearts may be aligned. The point is that if you're not true to who and what you love, which is part of your authentic self, then you are going to cause nothing but trouble, because you have to grow. With that in mind, understand getting to know each other and be as authentic as you want to be. Now, in the past, I hesitated on how I was going to grab this card. It says unrequited love. If I would have picked it up like I normally do, it would have been upside down. But instead, Spirit said, flip it. And when I flipped it, it says unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, right? They were answering what I had said. If you don't become too authentic and you're holding back, let's say, and I take these amazing pictures and this is my world and this is how I understand it, and I want to find a mate that likes this. But let's say you're like, oh, you just want love. So you're listening to that ego part, and this person, you're afraid to almost show them that. And what's going to happen is you're going to create this unrequited love. You're going to create attachment, and they're not, or they may, and yet you have this, you finally introduce it. And where's that going to leave you? Okay. Just so you understand, you can create yourself a whole heap of trouble. So, it doesn't mean you have to go out the gate. Hey, I take pictures. I do this. No, you're like, hey, I got some amazing things that happen in my life, and I really love this, and I'd love to share it with you. But if they really are not into it, understand you do not want to get into this situation. You want to be able to feel that it's harmonious. Just say thank you, Spirit, and then keep moving. It's not that you're being picky. You're fine in alignment. And they says, when you do be in whatever situation, always be authentic and express your love. Express that love. It's very, very important to do so. And go a little bit further. And they said, then when you are more authentic, you're going to create such incredible chemistry that you're like, oh my God, I should have done this a long time ago. At least I thought I was already doing it. But the more you become, the more you're in your spirituality, you'll be vulnerable without pain, because you're healing all of those unresolved issues of emotions. And see, I have healed a lot of these things. And as I'm in my life, I put myself up there and I'm vulnerable, but I don't have to feel like I'm going to be knocked down. And I understand that door is not meant to be open for me there, or the keys didn't fit in that one, even though the opportunities may be standing before me. It is finding and weeding. And you don't have to live the old life. This is, I have to look a certain way. And they said that you have to learn how to flirt again. There's a part of you that has a judgment about flirting that you've seen out here. You're like, ooh. But they're saying now, if you've done that, you want to turn it inward. No, you do see, I want you to open up. Oh, I see different dimensions. Yeah, that'll help you weed faster if you want. I'm just saying, you don't have to say, okay, I do different dimensions. You in or out? Well, they may be, you could be planting a seed. Maybe they don't even know that that's the world they want. I didn't even know that I liked being in the woods, or I liked plants and rocks, because I was always an indoor woman. And here's the man I'm with. Opened up that part of me, and I thought, gee, I didn't even know this about myself. So you could be lining up to something and helping somebody awake. But anyways, learn to heal how you see other people flirt. Like, oh, I think that's stupid. Well, heal that out so that you can flirt, girl. Okay, so the next person that did a paid expedite, I believe, is, remember, if you have asked for a card, or if you're emailed at MWS for you, the number 4, letter U, at dr.com, then you will get your reading. So those pages where you can't comment, which I did not know about, you still can get your reading. It will be on the video somewhere. Okay. Now, come on, open up. What's not cooperating? Okay, we'll have to wait a second because I believe it's Sharon, but I have to get something to cooperate for me, and it's just not allowing me to do this, and I don't quite get it. You're welcome. And why don't I connect with that? Because I know that you're so much more. You're not Premier Flooring. You are so much more. That's what I'd like to see. It is so much more. Okay, so give me a second while I'm waiting. All right, AIM, give me a 1 minute read real quick, or who is next real quick. Not 1 minute, but give me a card read. Who's next or whatever.
Pamela Wright.
Pamela Wright. Pamela Wright. It's coming in sideways. What's this mean? The card is coming in sideways. This means that you have a choice either way. You always get a choice, but this is like, and the card is, do I want to get to know each other? I don't want to get to know each other. And you're like, it's like there's somebody in your view that you're not sure whether you want to know them or not know them. And they're pointing that out, that you got to decide if there's something stopping you because you're afraid to be vulnerable, then heal that out, tap it out. If you're thinking that they're not worth it, notice that your brain is saying, we haven't even decided. My soul hasn't even decided if I want them in my space, just so you know. Yes. So next is Sharon Gordon. Sharon, wherever you're at, let's find you, which is on this window. So tell me, what do you want to talk about, Sharon? My friend, my dear Sharon. Hey, are you normally not home? Sharon. Okay, so I'm going to start Sharon's, and we're going to talk about relationships with her too. So Sharon, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to people, your soul wants to work on something very specific, and it has to do with the idea that you're afraid to flirt or misunderstand flirting. So I'm going to ask a little bit further. You gave me that flirt card because it's about, there's a panic when it comes to flirting. So it's an actual response. Okay, Sharon, when I just not sure what to do with it because you panic when there's flirting going on. And if I ask, why is there a panic? And they said, well, then I go into the awkward feeling. And why do you go in the awkward feeling? And they says, because I'm waiting for the humiliation. So in this case, they're taking something when you were 3 years old and something that happened when you were 15 about humiliation when people would flirt or you would flirt. So they're bringing up a particular memory, just so you know. And they said that this particular memory will feel scary to you. And so you kind of have that filter that's helping you see your world today with people, because apparently, now I'm going to ask, do you have signs, triggers that it looks familiar like the past? Yes. And are you reading those correctly? No. Very cautious? Yes. What is it your soul wants to heal out so that you don't have to? I don't want to be overpowered. So your body is still feeling like I've had too many things that happened to me. A man has overpowered me many times. And friendships too. Friendships scorn you. So there's a right to be cautious. Now, I know that you're moved into a different aspect of who you are. What do you want her to do besides heal those particular issues so she can have a better relationship? I hear on the precipice is that I'm afraid that if I'm doomed to always have nasty relationships. Are you? No, but there is a doom. Okay, so they're asking for a belief system. They're actually asking you to look at a belief system that has to do with I'm going to be overpowered. And the belief system is that I'm doomed. I'm doomed. And for that, Sharon, I would definitely say I need to heal R3S. So you're going to hold the right wrist in the third position, nice and soft with your thumb. And so write down R3S, and you're going to hold it there and think about, I think all my relationships are doomed. Now, you know ours isn't, because we have a great time talking. You have your friend Tim, you have Terry, you know, I think we all think you're an amazing woman. So it's just the close bonds with people that you may feel like it's more doomed, if that makes any sense. So we want to address that. Okay. What's a weakness? You, them? What do you mean by that? You said weakness. Okay. You're afraid to be vulnerable? No. All right. Tell me more about this weakness. Okay. So that means I just have to look a little deeper. No. Yes. What is it? The interaction with your environment. People with your environment. You don't know how to draw upon the environment to help keep you safe. Oh, that makes sense. So what happened at 15? Now you got me so curious. And what happened at 3? That I feel like there was no safety net, no security to help you get out of very vulnerable situations. And so then your 3-year-old and 15-year-old is saying that I could not find anything to stop them from overpowering me. Get cast aside. Yeah. Okay. And show me more about that. So they're saying that when they want you to help heal that bashfulness, because that's still there, even though you've gotten stronger and you've gotten bolder and you've learned, they're saying they want you to heal out the bashfulness. Is this correct? Oh, they're showing you work stress. What about it? Oh, you bump into a lot of people that have pride issues. Okay. Where do you want her to heal first then? I feel like when you're having a conversation with people, you're in the line with the wrong ones, and they feel like it's okay. They can humiliate other people. So listen, I want you to stand back and notice how they talk about other people. You might already have that bashfulness that comes in because you know that they're going to do that to you. But you're doing your best to connect with more people that are more aligned with you, which is good. But then you're like, I'm still iffy, because you put them on a pedestal of that you want to be their friend, and you're saying, I feel you trying to hold your breath. Where do you want her to go from there? They want you to hold R1D, because this is where you put self-imposed limitations on yourself. I can't do this, or I can't. Just kind of look at what maybe you're saying I can't do, won't do, and that is you're going to address it with R1D, right wrist first position. Remember to hold nice and deep, okay? For those of you that don't know what I'm doing is I'm giving you a healing tool so that you can resolve to evolve, so that you can heal instead of deal. And that way when you change your inner world, your outer world will become better for you, just so that you understand. Because that's so important, that you don't have to suffer, that you don't have to live in that particular hell. Okay. Now, people are just noticing that there's a little Amy in the top corner. Tee-hee-hee. Okay, so we're doing really well. If you want it back expedited, so that you have a 6-minute read, it costs $11. Now we're going to get back to whatever Amy has on the list. And, again, if you want a card, if you have an email, she puts you on the list and we go down in the order. We're not ignoring anybody, and we're not picking and choosing, and we're not going to, So, Amy, who's next, sweetheart?
Crystal Allen, she wants a 1 minute.
Oh, she wants a 1 minute. Gotcha. a lot of things swarming in my head is that who's living in my house? Who's living in my house? What's happening in my house? What's going on in my house? Well, let's see here. Okay, so when I'm looking at your house, I would say move. Literally, if you could move, I'd say move, because you don't need to have that. But if you're there, I would put a circle. I would do a sigil, and go look up how to do a sigil, or you can have me pay me and have me do a sigil. It's $25 for a sigil. And inside your house, I would put this, and I would tape this to, and I feel like you need to tape it to a floor. I feel like you got it somewhere in the house. You have like a closet or something. It's a strange energy that keeps coming in, as if to say, it's okay. And because they're saying yes. And if you were to take a sigil, and a sigil is a way to make a protection, and you have to put the sigil in a circle. Okay. And if you would put salt around the sigil, this is where I would tell you to just I'm going to create these. I swear to God, I'm going to make one of these. But take a pan anyway. Put some salt in it. Put the sigil on it. Or you can take and carve, if you don't mind ruining your floors, carve a circle in the floor, fill it with salt, and then take a permanent marker, and then you put the symbol in there, so it's a sigil, so that the energy starts to protect your area, but it actually causes stuff to get collected there, and it keeps you more safe. That's what I would tell you. Okay, next.
Kaylin, Kalain.
Okay. Before we go to Kaylin, have you been able to post anything in those other pages or not?
I can on your personal page, but not the other.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Oops. What happened is, like I said, they messed it up when I tried to do it. So I'm going to try to look at something real quick. And if that's the case, it's going to make me smaller. Yeah, okay, I got it. So is that a Hildebrand, that Kaylin?
Yes.
Gotcha. All righty. We're going to get going on this. I'm going to see what's happening. You're able to post there, but if I were to repost this here, let's see what happens. Move that over just a little bit. And it's got a pinned comment, but I can't do anything about it. Huh, interesting. Where did I go, people? Don't worry, I'm coming right back. See, here I am.
See you.
It won't let me do this. So just a couple seconds, y'all bear with me. This is how we do stuff. I'm going to see if it'll go cross post, because it erased my stuff when I started. And because that had happened, that's probably why they're not able to see. No, that doesn't go to all of them. Okay, I tried. Well, we're still experimenting. Bear with me. Those are in the other groups. There's probably nobody left in them now. Well, we're getting there. So, Kaylin.
You need to come back first, love.
What? You don't see me?
Mm-mm. I personally see you, but...
Really? That's how I did it last time. They can't see this.
Now see you.
On the big screen. You got... Those of you in the fan page, can you see us? Because
we can on the fan page, and now I can see us.
Okay, because I was just having me be seen, and you couldn't see that.
And now you can see me.
Right, that's how it's supposed to look. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see both of us.
Okay, so teeny you and a big me, right?
Side by side.
What's happening? Wow. Okay. I'm freaked out by this just because I moved it. All right. I don't know how to control the screen now. Isn't that funny? Why isn't it letting me do this? Ha. See, I see it. I see me. I see me. See, I see my self-control. I'm confusing myself. Quit confusing yourself. We're just going to let this slide. Gotcha. Amy's on top. Okay. Again, now has anybody showed any interest before we go any further that wanted to be on this video with me and you? Thank you guys. I appreciate your help. Does anybody?
Not that I've seen.
Okay. Kaylin. Sorry. Kaylin.
Okay, now you're not there. Now you're big.
I think her computer's slow, people. Betty says it's perfect. Thank you. Anyways, Kaylin, Hildebrand, Kaylin. Ooh, I know some Hildebrands. You related to the Hildebrands I know, I wonder? Boom. Ooh, finding that balance. They say you have balance. Let me ask a little bit further. Is there balance? Yes. And you're telling us this is a good card. They're saying you're doing things good. But I don't know why. I keep feeling it over here real quick that says that you feel guilty for creating balance. And I would say heal the guilt up because that's ridiculous. It's what we usually do. It's old patterns. It's what we were taught. The guilt is trying to control you. And for the first time, I think that you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're like, ooh. You know what I just felt? Swamp legs. That means you're waiting for people to show you resentment for what you're doing. Don't worry about it. Heal your guilt out will then make the people go away. Or heal out how you're thinking, oh God, what people are going to think. Heal it out. I'm not kidding. EFT, Hope Therapy. I got a whole website full of free healing tools. That's medicinewomansolution.weebly.com. You don't have to live in hell, people. Who's next?
Goofy wants a 1 minute.
Goofy? All righty. 1 minute for that. Okay. How do you get a 1 minute? You email us in. Who has? Somebody thinks that you have an inferiority complex. So somebody's thinking that you have an inferiority complex, meaning you're inferior, you contract your energy, and somebody else seems to be superior. Because it's coming from the fact that somebody thinks you have this, then they're saying that they're repulsed by you. And so are you talking about a relationship? You're talking about coworkers and others like this? Maybe it has to do with being with other coworkers. You know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you not to care what other people think, because it's none of your business. There is a way that people think that you should live your life based on what they say, because that works for them, but it's not going to work for you. Now, if somebody has told you, or if you had a card reader tell you that you have contracted your energy, I'm going to look, are you contracting your energy? No. Around these particular people, not necessarily. That's not what I'm seeing. Because if you really did, now inferior, yeah, there's things to work on, but that's not from what I can see from the angle that these people are talking about. Okay, next.
Angie Finn.
Uh-oh. Excuse me. All right. They said you've kept an open mind. You're like, I don't want to keep an open mind anymore. And so that's why it came in reverse. The idea of why they're saying that for is that some people you just have to close the door on, because you're not meant to prove anything to them. And you've kept an open mind. You've kept a level head, and you're like, you don't have to prove anything. You may have to pull your energy away, and you may have to keep an open mind with other people that are more like-minded to you. Next.
Tammy Hines.
Oh, butterflies. Okay. Tammy Hines. Sharon said she would do a video with us. Literally, Sharon, you would really come up here with me and Amy? Oh, I'd love that. And if nobody else says it, then you're the winner. Okay, Tammy, it says you're not, there's something about vulnerability. It's in reverse. And there's a confirmation that you'll be seeking to trend into the unknown. They're saying that you're not able to get to the unknown, familiar, the unknown, and there's something stopping you. So that's why you have the vulnerability comes in reverse. If I asked in particular, it says you can't stop obsessing in ego about something, and that doesn't allow you to go into that next phase of where you need to be. So notice what you're focusing on at the 41 thoughts per minute. What are you focusing on? And, that keeps repeating in your head for a full minute. Oh, I love that. Sharon might just get it to go on. Okay, Ames. Anybody else?
Okay, I want to, if you haven't gotten a reading and you're still in the room, please say yes, please. Because some of my, I can't get to the top of the comments.
Okay, so what happens is that this is what happens on these darn computers is that it shrinks down and doesn't let us scroll. So again, like she said, if we haven't given you a reading, a card read, or you haven't emailed us and you want one, you're not being ignored. It's just that maybe we can't see it. So again, just say, I would like a card. If you've already been read, thank you very much. But if you haven't and you feel like, ooh, Diana says yes, please. So we'll get Diana right next. I'm assuming.
Diana?
Yes.
Emailed.
She emailed?
She emailed.
All right, give me that one. What's Diana? Okay, so Diana emailed. Let me have that. She just said what?
Just a read.
Gotcha. Okay, so knowing that you're getting over, I hate doing this every day. Okay, so we're going to look at how this is a form of self-abuse. The former of the self-abuse is wow. Okay, so why do you have to do it? Because it's a habit. So we want to heal self-abuse. You have to first become aware of when you're doing the self-abuse. You have to notice that you're addicted to the energy of self-abuse. They want you to become aware of how your thoughts will draw you into self-abuse. So you're going to hold L2D and then R1S. R1S is that the reason that you're doing the self-abuse is RTD says, I can't stop thinking about it. So that it goes from rational to irrational thinking. And then when it goes into R1S, it's because you feel rejected and invalidated and you're asking why. And that why is going to become the obsession. And that's why you're doing self-abuse. Now, I'm not sure. We have somebody in the waiting room, but I didn't ask them to come in. How did they get here? That's an interesting thing. And they have to, their name needs to be, so if they want to go live and Sharon wants to go live, anybody else want to go live? Have you noticed anybody else that wants to go live?
No, I haven't.
It's interesting because it's Vicky McHale. And have we seen that name anywhere in the group? Diana says that makes sense. That's good. I'm not sure. I haven't really given out on my address for that. Should we put them on the spot and see what's going on?
Top.
What's that?
The Zoom address is at the top.
Right. They're sitting in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can see my Zoom address?
Yeah, it's at the top of the live.
What's funny is I can't see it at all. All right. Yeah. So what we're going to do, since Spirit is, we're going to run with this. Ah, there she says, I think it's me. I wasn't sure what to do. It was on one of the links. How'd that happen? Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to, this is very interesting. Is there a whole bunch of people waiting to do the 1 minute reads or any of that, or our card read?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take and we're going to do Vicky, and then we'll see how it goes, how Spirit wants it done. And then we'll take Sharon, and then we'll take Vicky, and then we'll do the 1 minute reads, and then Sharon, hang in there, because then we'll do that as well. Let's find out what this is, because now, Amy, get your cards out. We're going to what they call a tag team, and we're going to let Spirit communicate through each one of us with the decks we have. Does this make sense? All right. Okay, people, this is going to be fun and exciting. Some of you are not going to be able to see it because it's not on YouTube and it's not on the other one. All right, here we go. And we're going to say admit. We're going to change the view. Now, are you going to show us your picture? Because if not, I'll have to bump you. Because we want somebody that's willing to show their face. So, Vicky, you are here. Please put on the video and your microphone so that we can hear you. Again, if you can't show us your face or we can't get the mic right, then we'll have to skip. See how this goes. Who wants another minute read while we're waiting? Or another card? Who's next?
LaRonda.
Ooh, LaRonda. Work. Are you supposed to be there much longer? No, you will be finding more self-worth. And they said that right now it's just an awkward transition. Then you haven't quite figured out where you're supposed to go next. And they said that you're kind of frightfully overjoyed. So LaRonda, L1D. Oops, left wrist one, first position, nice and deep. Okay, do it that way. Now, Vicky, if you could be more in the light, because you're really in the dark. Aha, we're getting there.
More ways than one.
Okay, so we're going to make this gallery reading bigger. Hey, but where is my face? That doesn't help. Oh, I hid myself. There I am. Okay, now hopefully everybody sees three people if you're in the main page. And we're going to figure out what Spirit wants. This is going to be fun. Okay, I hear the word 4. So we're going to go 4 minutes. We'll see what, hold on, they're arguing with me. What would you guys like? All right, Amy, get ready. We're going to go quick, which means we're going to play off each other's card. Shuffle, don't take forever. Start trusting. I want you to tap the deck 3 times if you think that's the one for her. If you think that's the deck for her, then you will just command it to come forward. Go 1, 2, 3, and it'll come forward. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, how are you? What would you like to talk about, dear?
Hi. I had no idea what I was doing, but I guess just I'm here for a reason, right?
All right, here we go. It's not you. It says self-love. It says it's upside down, the self-love. And if I look at it, say, okay. And Amy will pull a card in just 1 second, and she'll say,
It's the snake, live according to your divine essence. The elemental kingdom.
so in order for you to, what does that mean, Amy, to some degree? And that is, I'll pull this card. This card says is that you have to find nourishment. So it's about taking. Now, the snake for me is that Kundalini. And it's about not allowing yourself to find you, be you, because one of the things it says is that you have to live their way. Now, what does that mean? Did you have to grow up and be what everybody else wanted you to be? Or you are living in a relationship where you have they control the remote or they decide what's happening? Do you understand what that means? Does that happening to you?
It's confusing for me because I just got out of a 35-year relationship.
There you go.
And I keep getting brought to things about narcissism and these types of things. And I look back and I'm like, did that happen to me?
Yes,
or,
it did.
so
It did.
I'm having a hard time finding myself.
Yes, it did. And now I'm going to tell you from an ex-narc that somebody had done this to me. I had no idea that gaslighting was controlling me. It would be, we get into a talk and the next thing you know is blamed, switched, and I'm the one that's insane, and I'm the one. And I was so, and I would always get confused, or they would say certain things and I would start to behave in the way they wanted. And I could feel it at my core. I'm like, no, now that's probably why you're not able to do that. So if I ask Spirit, what could she address? So she can, it's the overwhelm. The
Yeah.
overwhelm is
It's so-
confusing you so bad. What I'm going to tell you to do is that you're going to put your hand on your forehead like this. Okay? Right.
Okay.
So just do it right now if you can. And I want you to tell me the overwhelm from 0 to 10.
7.
Good. And I want you to just breathe in and tell me how you know it. Just look at the overwhelm. Does it feel like it's crazy? Do you feel like it's insane? Do you feel like it can't stop? How is the overwhelm?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the hamster on the wheel.
Okay, what I need you to do is breathe in and keep your hand there. Breathe in and keep your hand there. And I want to show people just the oh my God one is going to work wonderfully. Now I'm just gonna cue you just a little bit, meaning just start to remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go. And what you're gonna notice is that overwhelm, do you feel like you're in your head or you feel outside yourself? Keep your
Right
hand in.
now in my head, but usually outside myself.
Okay, so you're in your head. You can feel that overwhelm because it went from outside inside, and you have this overwhelm. And when you were 31 was a very, very specific point when you had great overwhelm, and it had shoved itself deep inside of you. I don't know what happened when you were 31, but feel how crazy that starts to feel. 1, 2, 3, and notice that 31. Can you figure out what year that is?
Yeah, it's the year my husband had an affair.
There you go. It's settled that deep inside your body. And we're going to just say 1, 2, 3. We're going to pull that out. Say, okay, we're going to finally just bring it out. We don't need to overcome it by storing it inside. It's not good. 1, 2, 3, bring it back out. Further, further, further. And I want you to look at this and I want you to tell me what the overwhelm is. Now, if we amped it and ramped it, it might be higher. But what number is it right now?
It's still at a 7.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to do one thing. Now, can you put your phone down or not?
I can, but
Let's see if she can get courageous on this and figure out how to keep the phone up without us staring at the ceiling. We almost got something.
Let me try this. Okay.
We're going to show you that sometimes when it's that deep, that means that body's going to keep creating the symptom. So what we're going to employ is hope therapy. So you're going to take your right wrist. Okay, there's your right. Very good. And see where your thumb is?
Okay, yeah.
You're going to go straight down right where it bends. See, now put your finger right there, right where it bends. And you're going to put that's the first position. You're going to put your thumb there and put that first finger in your palm. Can you do that and wrap those 3 around? Okay, bring your hand over a little more so I can see. Yeah, that looks really good. Now, I want you to put your thumb. Now, notice that you had your thumb here. I want it to be under I want this thumb to be under the other thumb. Okay, let's slide it.
Okay.
There you go. Push in deep. Now, slap that baby up there on your head. Okay, very good. I want you to look at that 7. I want you to look at that overwhelm. I want you to look at that. And I want you to feel it. Now, this is working through the pain with a healing tool. This is something that's very important for you to understand. And any of those are in YouTube or any other face things, you can always see this on my original fan page. There she goes. Now, you just notice that you walk through the steps of how how you found out how there's the steps 1, 2, 3. Notice that and you're going to start to remove, transcend, let it go. And you're going to just keep staring at it. Now breathe. I want you to breathe. Count in. We got to get that heart synchronized because it's like, oh, hell no. But you're just going to breathe in. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now relax. Just go. 1. Don't just ignore that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. And a little bit, just kind of count that rhythm inside your head. So we got to get that. There we go. We got to get that synchronistic. Now bring your focus back on the pain. You can wrap your 3 fingers around your wrist so that you can hold on and push that thumb in. There you go. And she's going to stay there for a few minutes. Oh, yeah. Amy's got to work on something too. What are you doing, Ames?
No, I'm just.
She's learning.
Nope.
Following
I'm just.
through? Okay. You keep going there. There you go. So let her keep doing that. And while we're doing that, sweetheart, you stay right with us. And I can see us having 2 people at the bottom that we could heal at the same time. It may be confusing to others, but not to me because spirit works. Amy, while we let her 1, 2, 3 focus on that, bring it down. Is the number still the same as 7 or do you feel like it's coming down?
It's a little down. I'm getting 6 intuitively.
Good. Now you stay there. While she stays there, let's go do a 1-minute read. So give me a card read. Give me a name.
Evelyn.
Who?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Okay, what we're going to do real quick. Amy, grab a card. We're going to do a 2-card read. Evelyn. All right, so Evelyn. Okay, so she's going to grab a card, throw it out, and I'll throw one on top. What do we have?
Behind the mask.
So what is behind this mask? If we were, okay, I didn't get to do anything. And they said that you're not holding your sovereignty. You're not be able to holding your own power. You're not owning this. So they're saying that because you haven't been able to own your own power, they said that your body keeps going into panic and a worthless. And I would say you need to heal that. You may want to employ one of these healing tools that we have, or sign up with me, whatever, appointment. Next, go.
Aracely, Aracely.
I have no idea what time it is. Somebody says I sent one at noon or 12. I only have 11:34 a.m. here. And the point is, if your name has been up, be patient with us. There's a lot of people before you. Your name will be, where did you send it? That's where I'd like to know. Where did you send it? Okay, you said that person is, for Riley has sent for a 6-minute. I have to go over here. Thank you very much for my attention. And we will get to that in just a moment. That did not follow through. Okay, who'd you say it was?
Racely.
A-R? Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay, throw a card.
Great gratitude. Consciousness.
All right, you're unable to bring certain things to realization, and they're saying that the great gratitude. What does that mean? It means that you've learned to receive before. What does that mean? And when you're in a gratitude part, is that you will learn, because your body already knows how to receive, but it also knows how to receive health. So you need to do it with happiness. So whatever it is you're trying to make a realization of, to take and say, okay, I'm going to drop my heart and my mind together, and I'm going to get into that space. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to feel that you felt like you have received before when somebody gave you great joy. And then apply that energy to whatever it is you're trying to get to a realization. Okay. And Vicki, how are we? What number do you feel like you have?
3.
Good job. It's a little deep, isn't it? We're going to just work on this real quick. I want you to feel like there's a panic, because I want you to just kind of be aware that when all this was happening, you were panicking. And then there was guilt because you had asked. Oh, see, this is where the narcissist came in, because it was flipped. And did you ever feel like he made it your fault that, I had to be with her because of you?
I think what I deal with is, I thought it was me.
There it is. I want you to focus on that and just feel the pain of that whole situation. 1, 2, 3. And allow yourself to be in that pain and keep healing it out. You're doing really well, Dale. You're doing really well. Okay, so we will, Rachel is moved to the top. As soon as we're done with Vicki, we will do that. Now, Rachel, Rachel, if you would like to, if you'd like to be on video, you just more than welcome to, and we can even send you the link, or you can do like Vicki did and, ask to come in the room, which I didn't even know that was possible. So this is all about learning today. Again, refocus Vicki on all of that, how you felt guilty because you were told to take the blame. So the next person on your list is who?
Betty Decker.
Betty, there's something about some wisdom's not being able to come in. Something's stopping the wisdom coming in. Amy, grab a card.
Letting go energy.
So what do we need to let go of is what we really need to look at. And if I were to look at this, they said that you're petrified about letting go, because then it changes your whole identity. So Betty, what I'm going to tell you is do L3D. because you believe that if you let just something go, you're going to think that you're weak. You need to heal that out. Okay, next person.
Lenny has a 1 minute, wants a 1 minute and present.
She's present.
No,
The present moment.
Then.
Okay, so we'll go here. So you get ready and pull a card for her, because what's going to happen is, what I'm hearing is that, the word inferior. You can't let anybody else have the edge. What is this about? This is something that you learned and observed and watched. This is a very old program, so I'm assuming it has to do with the bloodline. And it actually is interfering. Are you aware of? No, you're not aware of it. So there's something that you're doing that you're unaware that you're doing. What's the card say?
Play it safe. Intention. Play it safe.
Okay, so are you playing it safe? No. It's just that when you're doing this and discovering whatever it is that you need to know, play it safe to some degree, because you don't want to upset the apple cart and hurt people's feelings, or just say, thank you, Spirit, with grace and ease. I want to know what's really going on. What am I doing that I don't know? And they said that because you don't know it, it throws you completely off balance. It will be like out of nowhere. It's like, why do they act that way? Why did this happen? And, so something is happening. So thank you, Spirit, for helping her guide to what she needs. Vicki, how you doing, dear?
I'm okay, thank you.
And on the scale from 0 to 10, 0 is I don't feel that overwhelm anymore. What do you got?
I'm still at a 3.
Oh, why are you still there? You suppressed it. What did you suppress? The anxiety. Where do you want her to hold? We're going to have you do one more spot, and that is, we're going to switch to so she is in the right wrist now. Hold your right wrist up.
Okay.
That's the right. So that's what we were doing?
Yes.
That's why it's happening. Switch to the other one. Switch to the other wrist. There you go. And we're going to have you hold that first point now. Okay, just like we did there. Put your thumb there, push in, put your finger here, wrap it around. And now finish it off by holding that point, going back to the beginning of your story of the overwhelm, the cheating, all of this, and feel it. And is the number higher or lower or the same?
It's coming in at a 3 still. So it's lower.
All right, now we're really going to pull it out of the heart, because your heart had cracked. Your heart had, and that's what we're going to look at. Now we're holding this particular point for a very specific reason, and we're just going to, there you go. Okay, while Vicki is happening, that's happening for Vicki. Let's take another minute read.
Julie Logan.
Julie Logan. Okay, so somebody else also paid, a Jennifer. That's good. I'm going to refresh and make sure that I'm right on target. Because we may get to share, we may not. I don't know. You okay, Vicki?
Yeah, my phone just fell.
Okay. So understand, if you want a live reading or live healing in your 6 minutes that you've paid, if you want it live, you let me know. You can stand in the room and wait. And what happens is that you sit in the waiting room, and then I can bring you in if you want to do a live reading, just like we're doing right now. Okay. If you want it 6 minutes, then so I do it like I normally do. You let us know. I did refresh. The only one that's come through so far is Rachel and Jennifer. So I've got 2. And if there's any more people, then I need to know. And then, so 1 minute, go. Tell me who it is.
Julie Logan.
Miss Logan. Amy, pick a card out, because there's something that she's not realizing. What is it?
People, teacher.
So you're not realizing you're bringing in a teacher. So you're not able, so when the student are ready, the teacher will appear, and they're saying, come to that realization because you're ready for the next step of your growth. Okay, next one.
is Milton.
Milton. Hi, Milton. Okay, something that you need that you have to surrender. Surrender. What is it you need to surrender? Grab a card. What do you got?
The healing light.
Ah, so that doesn't make any clear. I'm going to just make it a little clearer. What do you need? You need to surrender to the light. You need to surrender to that light. Now, there's a little bit of, well, what if it's evil? What if it's that? Okay, so you're going to learn how to open up that heart. And when you start doing, look for, in heart math, the breathing in of 5, count of 5, out of 5. And when you get that heart synchronized, then be open to the light. What stops you from being open to the light is they said that you're petrified. And I would tell you to tap that out. 1, 2, just EFT would be good. Putting your hand on your head. Now, Vicki, let's go back to you, honey. What number is it now?
A 2.
Okay, so it wants to come down. And when I'm looking at it, they're saying they want me to show you, have you look at the picture on your left eye. So just kind of imagine that you're using both eyes just to look in the left eye. And when you think of this divorce, or you think of that, when you think of that moment that you knew, can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. What number is that when you're looking at it? When you knew. High number. If the highest you can get is, I knew it.
5.
5. We're going to remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go. Now you're going to switch and you're going to look only through the right eye, which means just take and just focus through the right eye and go back to that picture the moment you knew. Okay. What number is it now?
2.
Remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go. And now switch over and you only look through the left eye now. Just look only through the left eye. What number is it now?
A 1.
Good job. Remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go. Notice how good you're doing as you let it go. Look everything to that right eye. Is there any number left?
I see it, but I don't feel it.
Good job. We're going to just take the rest of those pictures out and let it be a memory. And then you're going to switch over to the left, going back to how the moment you knew. Is there any number left?
Yeah, it came back. It went to a 2 again.
Okay, so what is it that you, so now that's a possibility. And the thing is, you're so repulsed by that whole incident. You're repulsed. They're telling you there's an emotion there that you just did it repulse you when you knew? Because it turned into a great alarm.
It repulsed me. It was, I think, the embarrassment of it.
Very good. Very good. What you're going to do is now you're going to take your right wrist now. Okay, so you're going to let go of that and you're going to use your right wrist and you're going to put your fingers down and you got to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I will need your finger down here on the 3rd point. Wherever your 3rd finger rests, that's where your thumb's going to go. And you're going to push in deep and you're going to put your finger here. Okay, there you go. Go. And I want you to focus on what you said, that the repulsed and how that felt. And you said it was, what was the key word you used?
It was embarrassing because everybody knew, and it was.
There you go. Very
like
good.
My fault.
All right. On the scale from 0 to 10, what number is it? 10 being the worst?
10.
Look at that real quick. And then we're going to have to shut it down so other people can play. But we're going to get this down. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Who is the next person, Ames?
Joe, he wants a 1 minute.
Okay. All right, Joe. Somebody uses their charm on you and you can't quite figure out what's happening. Okay. Because, and this is one of the energies of glamour. Everybody can have it, male or female. Okay. And it is, don't get it confused for charisma. These people, want you. I have been in several situations where they're like, I'm the best. And they have all of this charisma, but they have this charm and it's the glamour. And when they start to use this glamour energy and you start to respond the way they want you to, then they're your best friend. But the moment that you start to wake up and realize, wow, they're not all that, and an enchilada too, they're just not all that. Because when I began to wake up and realize this reader told me that they're the best, and I realized that, no, they're not. And all of a sudden it was like, oh, immediately they didn't want to talk to me. They blocked me and told me to go to hell. And I was like, and that happened with several other people, but it's like, you're not supposed to fall for it anymore. You're supposed to just wake up and go, see, don't fall for it. That's what they're saying, is to wake up to how you're meant to, I have to see. No, because certain energies will make you see certain things, and they want you to become more safe. Okay, Ames?
Robin, Spoull. She wants a 1 minute.
Okay, Robin. Oh, so when you hear criticism from others, I think you were taught, whatever you read, somebody told you to do with criticism, understand, take it with a grain of salt, consider the source. The problem with this is that if you don't realize that that's your enemy that's giving you information, you're going to find value in what they say. And it's like, this is important to me, that they don't like me. But if they're your enemy, why are you believing them? Because you're just going to confuse yourself. Does this make sense? Because literally there's a phobia and it's like, as soon as, that's interesting. You created that you don't want to be around people because I'm afraid of what's going to come out of their mouth. It's a little bit more than that. It's because they open their mouth. And I feel a quiver inside. They said that the quivering is that you've had somebody hurt you so deeply. And we're going to go back to 7 years old. And literally you believed that what they said and you applied it to yourself. So then therefore you've been measuring yourself towards what that one person said, which should not make a difference anymore, because their truth, if you look at how they live their life, it's like when I tell people, when you have somebody that's living on the streets trying to sell you how to become a millionaire, and you believe them, and their bank account is zero, and they have no house, they have nothing, then you have to consider the source. Okay, so Vicki, tell me what's going on.
Well, listening to your last reading kind of came into being with this and brought me down to a 3.
Excellent. So you're all right. So take your hand away. Now I want you to understand that spot you're just holding. You're going to do that after you get off the air. But I want you to tell the people, how do you feel? When you came in, you felt a certain way. Yes?
Yeah, I feel more free. I feel more grounded in my body. I mean, it's not completely gone, but I feel like,
yeah. Now, if you continue outside, you will finish this off. You may have to make an appointment with me to get it all gone, but you have now hope. You know that light is there, and that you just have to finish it off with tools. I appreciate you coming on. And this is a very vulnerable situation, but you did a very good job. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, I would stay with you longer, but I actually got people backed up. And if I didn't have people backed up, I would finish with you. But notice there is a difference. Now, you need to go witness. Anytime anybody does a healing with me, you need to witness, which means you got proof here to watch. But you need to write it down. You got to get your brain to realize that it doesn't have to predict health, that you can go, wait a minute, I can heal this. Okay?
Yeah.
I did it once. I can do it again. All right. But once you heal it out completely, it won't build back up. But if you keep and you feel like, it feels like it's gone, but maybe a little left, don't leave a little left, because those are roots. They'll continue to grow. So stay a little longer when you think you're about done, and then get it gone. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome. And I appreciate you coming on. Again, that's very vulnerable. All right, honey, you'll have to hang up, I think, because I'm not sure how to get you out of here.
What a happy accident for me. Thank
Exactly.
you.
The spirit wanted it done. And namaste, babe.
Namaste.
Okay, that was fun. I thought that was a really good thing, and to have happen, and that was beautiful. So if you've paid and you get expedited, you get to the top. What that means is you have a choice. I can do it like I've been doing the 1 minute reads, just like this, or you are more than welcome to want to come into the room. That's up to you. So the first person that comes up that's on the read is Rachel. Now, Rachel, you got to decide how you want it done. And I think you're in this room here. Yeah, you're in this room here. And what do we have? We're going to read it. There we go.
But she's not, is she in the waiting room?
Says Riley said, that's me. I want to come into the room. Okay, sweetheart, I will go and what's the name? Can you send her the link? Can you copy and send her? I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. I got to shorten this out. Oops. Let's go over here and we'll go here. Oh, no, that's not right either. We invite people. There we go. Copy the URL. But how do we get there? How do we get there? If I copied the URL, then I need to get that off my screen for one. Where would we go? How do we do it? How do we get to her? Because if you were friends with me, I'd find you. I don't think you are. And you're not sure how to end. Oh, there's my Zoom meeting. You have to have Zoom. Okay, that means that you have to download Zoom, and then you would type in that 588. It says join meeting. Okay, and so as long as you download Zoom and you say join meeting, you can type in 588-223-2206. Okay, and that would get you there. Otherwise, I have the link. I just have to figure out how to find you. I can't do it on the big one here. And we'll go up like that. There we go. Yeah, if she just opens up the Zoom link, type that in, then it's like what Vicky did. We had no idea that Vicky wanted it, and then all of a sudden, boom. Oh, she don't have space. She'll do it next time, but I'll give it to you. Okay, so okay, so that's fine. That's fine. What did you want to talk about? Because I'm going to set the 6 minute timer. And I'm going to look down and we will see. The first thing that comes to mind and feeling is that there is what? It's the way you're coping. So you're using a coping device, which means you could be eating too much, you could be smoking, you could be using drugs, you could be using sex, you could be watching TV, you could be using whatever. It may be becoming lazy or you're exercising too much. You're using a coping tool. They are pointing out that this coping tool is not really in alignment with you anymore. It worked then, doesn't work now. Okay. Just to let you know. And it says that the contempt, there is this contempt that you have towards this coping tool. So this is a part of you. Let's say you were a smoker. I don't know if you are, but then you're like, you have contempt for your cigarette and you're like, I just want to quit. I have contempt for doing this. So whatever it is, you're having this contempt towards that coping tool that you have. And it's like when people are trying to do a New Year's resolution, and they have contempt for whatever particular behavior. That is what is happening. Does that make sense? What about it? What's interesting is the people around you, they said that pouting controls this. Not sure.
That's your cigarette.
Okay. So it's the pouting. So does pouting drive you to want to smoke? So they're saying that something around you causes you to say, okay, fine, I'm going to light up because you're just like, yeah, I would say, yeah, you need to stop your body. Okay, so we have to look at this. Now, the reason they said that the people around you, this pouting, you have to identify if it is a person, there's triggers. Okay, so I'm going to ask, is it specific triggers? Can we group triggers? Yes, as we group triggers, it's addicted to a bad behavior. Okay. All right. So you happen to see this woman that was on there, correct? And what I'm going to tell you is that you can use, this is what I call hope therapy. This is what I do for my business, my world. And that is, I'm going to tell you, just grab your right, use your right. And you are going to, and if you can contact us through the fan page, I will actually send you the links, or you can go to medicinewomansolution.weebly.com. Yeah. And look for the healing tools. You will see Hope Therapy. And the thing is you need my guidance to know what point to hold. You're going to, in this case, hold the right wrist, first position, nice and soft. The thumb is not pushed in deep, but it's just lightly on top. Your finger here, wrap them around, and you're going to hold like this. You don't want to be up here. You don't want to be here. You want to be right here. You're covering these 3 points because they are very specific on helping the body's innate to do its job. Okay. Okay, so you'll focus on how mad you get. Oh, wow, that is one chaotic life. Okay, so that's a lot of stress. That's a lot of triggers. I can get that. Okay, I can understand that. That's what you'll focus on right there. Okay, so R3S, and you're going to focus right on what you just said, because that is very much driving you into doing something you don't want to do because you have contempt for it. Now I understand why you have contempt, is because you need this body to be this beautiful vessel that you are doing. So what's important? What's important to you? What's important to you? Yes. Okay, so it's the love. It's the love. And what drives you crazy the most is it's the unrequited love. Here we go. They're saying that what's very specific in this one is the unrequited part of you. The unrequited part of you is saying, why don't I get the love back? It feels one-sided. And I can really feel like I just want to pull in and pull away, and yet it's just crazy because people say they love you, and yet it feels one-sided. It feels crazy, and that's what you're going to focus on, and you're going to keep doing that. Go a little bit further is that I want you to deliberately look at, while you're holding that point, I can't figure it out. That's an emotion, people. It just happens to be a long phrase, but it's I can't figure it out. And I want you to just focus on it. Let me shake. I want you to focus on that. And that's what you're going to be holding here. You stay there. You put it on a scale from 0 to 10, and it's a 10. It's a big fat whopper. Just hold it there until it comes to 0. And every time you feel like you want to engage in cigarettes and you don't like it, you go to R3S, hold it, because you're going to start looking at all of those triggers that make you feel a certain way. If that, excuse me, it's really messing up the body. Whoa, that's one reason why you would want to be using the coping tool of cigarettes. Whoa, it's really messing with my digestive system. And they're saying, yeah, because you learned at a very young age, at 4 years old, that it's my fault, therefore I have to abuse myself. Oh, so it goes back even further. But just hold R3S. Whatever comes up, think it through down to 0, and whatever, write it down, right? Because you may have several. Write it down. This is my triggers. This is what pissing me off. It's a 10, even if it's an 8, even if it's a 1. How you're going to know is on the scale from, we have 41 thoughts per minute. Okay. And every minute in those 41 thoughts, if you're obsessing about something that's not positive or love, that's asking to be healed out, because that is an end result from a past unresolved issue. That's what that is. When you're using Hope Therapy, you are literally bringing that down. So those 41 thoughts can be 38 or 14, but you're getting it so that your mind calms down, because the chemical peptide, you're unlocking the emotion from the molecule, and your thoughts calm down, the emotions calm down. You watch Vicky do it. And I bet in her mind, she probably thought, oh, I'll never be able to get over this heartbreak that I had. And then she's like, oh, that overwhelm starts to go away. You can have the same result. Very good. Now we have another person. Oh, grab the right mouse. Another person. And we're going to log in and find out. I think it was Jennifer. Jennifer, are you able to participate? And if you would like to do the video, or if you'd like to do it on there, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to look again. Yes, Jennifer Ferguson. So we're going to look. While we're waiting for Jennifer to pop up to tell me what she wants to talk about, let's do 1 minute read. Who, or not a minute read, or whatever, a card. Tell me who it is.
Trina?
Trina. Oh, I haven't heard from Trina. How's your brother? Aw, Trina. She does have Zoom. Excellent. Jennifer, see the number at the top? Come on in and you'll sit in the waiting room. And then as soon as I see you're here, I will bring you in. Trina. You have separation cards, time apart from whatever it is you need to do. Now, this said is it's from your partner on the horizon. It's time for separation. It's time for that. Give it a 5. It's like, you know what? I need 5. And if you need that 5 to be a little longer, that's fine. But you are asked to just take a breath because your brain needs to come back into line with something. That's what's happening there. Okay. So if you have a card, go ahead, Aim, if you want. I just pulled you off the thing, but if you have a card.
It's called decrease.
I don't know if they can see you. Hold on. Go ahead. Do it again. Decrease. Oh, well, see, it's separation, decrease. There's something that you need to do. Again, now Jennifer, she says we're waiting for her to come into the room. Remember, the number is 588-223-2206. That's what you do when you say, I want to join the room, join a meeting, and type that in. Join a meeting and type that in. Okay, Jennifer. Oh, thank you very much. Somebody put the number in the room for me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the cooperation and working together. We can do this. Give me another card or person.
Let's see, Rebecca.
Rebecca. Oh, no, that's wrong. Butterflies. Rebecca. Let's do this for Rebecca. And Rebecca says, okay, so you don't need to stand your ground. It's upside down. It says you don't need to stand your ground. There's something about unfoldment. And what card did you get for her?
Planning and action.
All right, so the thing is keep focusing on the planning and action of what you want to do, how you're going to stay true to your authentic self, stay out of high beta, and allow yourself to let that work out for those other people. I don't think you're supposed to solve it. I think they are. All righty. And, oh, hey, we got somebody. All right, so let me look. It doesn't have a name. I'm assuming that is Jennifer. So we're going to admit and see what happens. Are you Jennifer? Hi. Okay, so getting the sound. Notice in the left-hand corner, is the mute or the mic. And if you can't hear us, look up to the upper left and you'll see. There you go. You put your earplugs in. Okay. Look to the lower left and see if there's a mic. You may have to turn it on, or you may have. And if you still can't, we still can't hear. Okay. While that's happening and you figure it out, let's grab another card for somebody while we're waiting.
Asha.
Asha. Ready? I think you want the card. Okay, so I started picking it up correctly and it flipped itself over. It says that you had serenity and then it disappeared and then it's back again. So the most important relationship you have right now is with yourself. It is finding that serenity moment and honor and nurturing thyself. So a little self-care. What did you get? Card did you get?
Kindred partnership.
While you're having this kindred partnership, remember not to lose yourself. That is the thing you don't want, is to lose yourself. Jennifer, you still are there? I don't know if it's frozen. It's like you when you go statue girl and you're like, I'm just sitting here quietly. And I'm like, oh my God. So I can't tell if she's frozen or if she's okay. So we have a little movement for Jennifer. Jennifer, are you able to hear yet? Can you hear? Okay, you can hear me, yes. Okay, for you, we can't hear you. So the mic is in the lower left. Can you see the little mic down at the bottom? Okay, so click that and see what happens. I'm going to see if it mute. Okay, it does mute. So click it again so it unmutes. Now, normally, what happens, Amy, when you're trying to get on? Betty, anybody remember how to do this?
Can you unmute her?
I did, but that's not the problem. Her mic's not working. The mic's working for Zoom, but her mic's not working on her thing. So she's got to find something to turn her mic on. And because usually with the media, there's a control button to turn on, and with a volume to hear, then there's another button to turn on. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, okay, her there.
There what?
She's unmuted now.
All right. But again, I don't hear any noise from her background. Oh, Betty does from laptop. You know, I kept thinking you did it through the phone. Jennifer, try talk. No, can't hear you. There's a setting somewhere on your phone. Okay, you keep looking. Not going to put under pressure. Go ahead, Amy. Tell me who's next.
Melissa wants a 1 minute.
All right, so we'll give you 1 minute, Jennifer, to figure that out, and then we'll go from there. So the 1 minute for Jennifer, or who? Melissa?
Melissa.
Something that you're petrified about. But what's weird is I don't feel like it's your energy. I feel like that you absorb other people's energy. So I'm going to ask, do you have a mirror that's like if you're in your bedroom and you're sleeping, do you have a mirror that reflects back? Because one of the things I'm seeing is that somehow there's a reflection. If you've got pictures in your bedroom, remove those. But somehow at night, I feel like you're absorbing somebody's energy. If you are, you're going to have to move the mirror away from the bed, cover it up in some form so that you don't pick up your partner's relation or feelings. Even you pick up animals. But somehow I feel like there's a petrified. It doesn't even feel like yours. In this the case, if you can't get rid of it, you're going to have to go and kick them out. You can do go to medicinewomansolution.weebly.com, look under healing tools and look for Celtic Weave, connecting heaven and earth, and a hookup. And then when you do that, you're going to be able to kick those energies out of your system. And then I need you to say your name 3 times and feel that you become you. And then you can really kick those people out. And how are we doing, Jennifer? Is it working yet?
I don't think
Yes!
so.
Yes!
It is.
Yes! We've got it. We have volume. Now, is your mic turned up on your thing so that we can hear you better? Your earplugs. Is there a volume controller? That might have what stopped it before. I don't know. Okay. All right. So now talk so we can see if we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can. Amy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what is it you would like, my dear?
I'd like to know if my money situation is going to work out in the long run, because in the next less than 2 weeks, I have to have about $7,000 to keep my house and my car.
Okay, so you heard what she says, and you're going to want me to take which deck do you want? Okay, so we're going to take in relationship with you and the place that you're living. Okay, some people are going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Sometimes what happens with relationships is it's safe for you to love again. Now, you're going to have to learn to love life. Now, how does that affect your relationship with money? And that is you are feeling very scared all the time. That the anything that's negative is going to keep the flow of goodness from coming to you. If I ask, is there money coming to you? Will you be able to? Yes, you do. But is there something stopping you? Yes. And if I ask, well, what is stopping you? And is that you're petrified. You are running to the end of your timeline and you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You're petrified. The petrified is actually stopping you from receiving the money. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, would you be willing to heal?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So you saw what happened with Vicky. So can you put your phone down so that you still can see us and we can still see you? And what we're going to have here do is that we're going to have her heal this a little bit more. And so she does have the money coming. It's trying to come through. It really is.
Well, I'm seeing eagles and crazy things are flying at me, and I know it's coming. It's just
Yes. Good. So there's
You don't
another confirmation.
normally have bald eagles flying at you, right?
Right. So let's get you out of that petrifiedness. You're going to take your right wrist and you're going to go into the third position. So line up your 3 fingers. Okay, very good. And now remember, your third finger is where your thumb's going to go. So notice that. Notice where your thumb was.
Okay.
Notice that you put your thumb up here. We need it down here.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Now you're going to have that soft and you're going to put your finger here and take and your fingers wrap around. And you're going to put this on here on your forehead and you're going to leave it there. Now you're going to tell me, oh my God, I'm petrified. I can't pay this. I can't. What number is it? 10's being the worst. What number are you?
Go to 6.
Okay, good. Now she knows this. Now she's also holding back. What will happen to you if no money comes in? She's being a good girl. She's not running to the end of their timeline. I need her to amp and ramp her. Tell me.
Well, I know things will work out in the long run.
See? She's already preparing herself that, okay, but I need you now to come back and notice that, holy shit, I don't want to do this. Can you feel this petrifiedness? There you go. You have this contempt, which, Amy, look up the word contempt and read out the definition, the short little definition of contempt, because it's important to understand. It's important to understand that contempt, she's like, ooh, disappointment and anger, right? What is contempt?
Okay, the feeling that a person or a thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving scorn.
So do you feel that you're worthless?
Absolutely not.
Good. But do you think others think you are?
Sometimes, maybe.
All right. What I'm seeing is energy of others people's shit in your field.
Mm-hmm.
She knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's controlling your world. You kind of absorbed a little bit of it. That's what I want you to stare at. Here you go. We're going to remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. I want you to allow yourself to just start to remove, transcend, and let it go. Now, you've identified yourself through their eyes for so long. Can you be done with that?
Yeah.
All right. And you have a lot of arguments with these people from what I can see. So I want you to choose one eye. Look through only one eye and notice and see them. Look at them all. Look at my. Look at them all. You're like, I see you. We're going to remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go. Sorry, Amy. And you are going to start pulling it out and switch eyes. Now look through the other eye. Choose only to look through one eye. Look at them again. Go, I see you. And you're just going to keep staring at it. We're going to just start to remove, transcend, let it go. Now switch eyes. Now, as you're staring at it in this eye again, is a number, do you feel like it's coming down? Now, I didn't do the number thing because we're running out of time, but I just need you to focus. What number is it?
Out of 3.
Out of 3. All right, so we're going to remove, transcend, let it go, let it go. Switch eyes. Now, as you're staring through the other eye and you're like, what the fuck is that? Remove, transcend. There you are. Look, I see you. 1, 2, 3, switch eyes. Don't worry about it. I want you to stay on. I want people to see this. So, as you're looking through that one eye, what number is it?
Go to 2.
Good. Now, you can do this. You got to be okay to say, you know what? Get the fuck out of my space. I need you to really stare at them. Remove, transcend, let it go, let it go, let it go. Switch eyes. What do you got?
Go to
there.
Almost a 1, maybe. It's pretty close.
All right, now we're going to just pull it out by the roots. We're going 1, 2, 3, switch eyes. Go back over, and what do you see out of that one?
I don't see anything.
Oh, you did great. Now, let's go back.
No, maybe.
Okay, we're going to just start to so then switch back over to the other eye then, and just make sure all the roots are out. And you were sitting there telling me what when you first came in?
That I might lose my house and my car.
And that you
But I
wanted,
made like $7,000 in a couple of weeks.
and you were feeling like, and I told you feel like you can't receive. There's something blocking you. But do you feel different? Don't keep your hand there, but do you feel different?
I don't feel that I'm too worried about it.
Good.
That it will work out.
Exactly, because you already know that you can go back into trust and faith instead of focusing on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So do you feel better?
Absolutely.
Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a part of you that goes into habitual fear, and they said that has a lot to do with a habit. So understand. You want her to stop now? Keep her there. Keep your hand there just for a little bit. Notice that you want to jump and take action. I got to take action. I just can't sit and wait. I got to take action. They said on the scale from 0 to 10, 10 being, yeah, I got to take action. What number is it?
I'm about a 2, maybe.
Good. Well, let's just finish that out. You keep your
happen.
good. I love those halves. You keep your hand there a little longer, and we're going to do another card read. But I want you to finish this out. Focus it out. Focus it out. Amy, who's next to do a read? Oops, I just messed up on my cards.
Horleen?
Horleen.
And it's her birthday today.
Happy birthday. We'll get an extra card for you. Happy birthday. Ready? Oh, I really messed up these cards, people. Retreat, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. There's a party that needs to take just a little tiny break about something very particular that they're pointing out. They're like, I just need a retreat from this, because people's energies can be very overwhelming. Amy, you got a card yet?
Emotional health. I trust myself to act when energy moves me.
All right. And so what they're actually literally saying is that you'll know exactly when to take that retreat, because there is a time that you're getting a little bit too overwhelmed, or maybe too many people's energies. I want you to reclaim your name. Say it 3 times. I am, and say your name 3 times. And we're going to give you one more card on top of that, because it is your birthday. Tell us what it is about the birthday. And they said, you do not have to sit there and put up with other people's boundaries and tell you they're yours. Your birthday gift for you is, excuse me, I didn't put that boundary there. This is my boundary. It's not a competition, a pissing competition or any of that, but it is learning to be responsible for your energy, your field. And if you feel like you don't want to be treated that way anymore, you put those boundaries up in a very healthy manner. What card did you get for that for her birthday?
It's spiritual health, and I feel God's presence in my life.
That's right. Be moved by spirit to allow you to know that you can do this. Very good. Now let's get back to Jennifer. How you feel?
Like I'm not worried about anything.
Put your hand down. Put your hand down. Isn't that a great place? Isn't that a great place to feel?
Yeah.
All right. Are you happy you came on and paid that $11?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Just remember, you do not have to suffer. Suffering is an option. Joy is what you're hardwired for. If you need any other healing tools, there are healing tools out there that I have on my page. Use them anytime. If you need to set an appointment with me because you got a whole bunch of other shit going on, yep, you can make an appointment. That's there too. But thank you so much for volunteering. That's a very vulnerable point you put yourself into, and we appreciate you showing others that they don't have to live in hell either. So good job.
Thank you very much.
All right. You did a great thing. We'll talk to you later, dear. And here.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So that is what we're doing. I'm going to double check, see if anybody else is paid, because it's, let's just, I can't quite get to my emails. So how are we doing with people? Do we have a lot on the list?
4, 5, I've got 6.
All right. Who's the next person?
Tammy H, a 1 minute.
Tammy H. And Kathy, hello. She's on the YouTube. We're doing lots of good things. Kathy, we're doing if on my fan page. I'm just giving her this opportunity. If you didn't mind being on video, you can actually you just pay $11 and then we give you a 6-minute healing and you can come live if you wanted. Oh, I don't know. Amy, can you put our fan page that we're on here? Can you put that on the YouTube link or is it already there? Slap that up in YouTube for her so that she can find us. It's the Medicine Woman Brenda one, but I have 3 accounts and 2 of them are called Medicine Woman Brenda. All right. Ooh. All right. Who's next on getting a card? Because a card just flew out at me. Who did you say?
Tammy.
Tammy. There's something about gratitude, but the gratitude is upside down. And if I ask why, they said that there's a time that you have these pictures in your head that you're like, okay, I can think it and I can feel it and I'm grateful. But they said there's a picture that's holding you back. A picture, you can do eye accessing to remove that. You have a picture. There's something that you don't believe it completely because it literally stops you from having gratitude. So removing these pictures, you have no idea, people, that pictures in your head, that's how your brain sees. And if you have your GPS set to these pictures, it will cause you to fumble. It will cause you to end up going into the direction you don't want. Who's next? Aim. Okay.
Sherilyn.
Sherilyn. Sherilyn.
It's Sherry Lynn.
Sherilyn. Okay. Here we go. Now you got, I have to look this one up. Why? Because there's something very specific. Now we're using the Moon deck. It's called the Queen of Moon Oracle. So just to let you know that this is the deck we're using, but it says that the Void card came up and it said that you're done. There's something about the opposite of this. So the Void card would normally tell you, and of course, I'm going to need my other pair of eyes, really, and they're not here. Ha 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 ha. All right, that's fine. Oh, free. Okay, so they're saying that you don't have to freely release something. Your time is to rest and reset. You don't need to. You're done with that. You've already rested. You already resetted, and you're ready. You're ready to step up to do whatever it is you need to do. But you're staying stuck in being into the rest and reset. You're kind of making it a habit. And they said, "Oh, we gotta get you motivated. Get your ass a moving." Anyway, who's next?
Candy.
Candy. Oh. Candy. I am not. Am I? Wrong cards. I hear a bird. Somebody's saying wrong. I don't know who the bird is. Wrong cards. All right, fine. Candy. Self-love. Okay, you're not doing it. Make yourself a priority. Okay, so you may say, I'm a priority every day. Today, I'm going to be giving myself 15 minutes of meditation, or I'm going to 15 minutes, or however long you got, 15 minutes of doing a deep breath in and out. You're like, 15 minutes of doing that? Well, get your heart synchronized. But you don't have to do it for the first 15 minutes. You can do it for maybe like 2 minutes. Build yourself up of just being able to do the heart synchronizing. And or you need to do self-care of just sitting down. Like in the evening when I have to decompress from all this, I sit back and I just watch TV. Do nothing, just but watch TV for a good hour. And I can feel that rest and relaxation to kick in. And then self-care is taken care of. And then I'm can go again. You need it. You need to book yourself in, no matter how long you need it for. And if you're an overwhelmed mother, then you need to have friends that says, okay, I will watch your baby while you go rest, do whatever the heck you want. What card did you get?
I got, I honor and protect my sensitivity.
Yeah, you definitely need to do self-care. Okay, anybody else there? Amy, were you able not to get it into YouTube?
I was able, but there's like 38 characters too many, so it won't let me post it.
Gotcha. Then what I'll do is that I will just do something real quick. Okay. What we're going to, so how many more people do we have on the list? Because if Sharon is still present, I feel like we can try to finish these up and then see if.
I've got 3.
What about Pilly?
Yeah.
Did you got Pilly down?
Well, yeah, fill
Yes.
it down.
That's the main page, Pilly. Yes. All right. Something's not making sense because it's got one too many characters. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to do it. It should not. It should let me do it because it's not that many characters doing it this way. So if I paste it that way and I say go, there you go. We got it now. That's up. All right. Go ahead. Tell me who's next.
Mila.
Mila, you're not proud of something. They're asking you to not have pride. It's okay to be proud of the achievements because that's what gives you that confidence and success. Be proud of what you've done. And if people are, if you're talking about it and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. You know, there are some people that are ego that just say, you know what, this is what I've done. Hey, I don't want to hear about your story. There's a part of you that has learned to put yourself in the back burner and not be proud or not be able to share that you're proud. They're saying they want you to be proud. Amy, did you draw a card or didn't you? Because we need to go to the next person.
It is a beautiful reflection of my soul.
Exactly. That's why you need to be proud of yourself because your soul needs to express the beauty of what it's achieved for its growth. Next person.
Candy.
Didn't we just do Candy? I did a Candy. Is this the second Candy?
Okay. Okay, Sherry.
Sherry. And the only reason I said Candy was because all I could think about is how I want a piece of candy right now. So, Sherry. No, see, I want a drink, which I don't even know what sherry tastes like as far as a drink, you know. That's how I memorize certain things, just to let you know. Ooh, something needs to be cleansed. A cleansing. Now, what's interesting about a cleansing is, Amy, when you pick a card, I want to see what that means to this, because I may have to pick a third, which normally we don't do, but we're doing tag team today. Tag team. What do you got?
I encourage conversations that connect me with people in an intimate and meaningful way.
All right. So as you are going to connect, understand you need to cleanse your aura after each person. You need to hold that in. So go, if you don't have a tool other than sage or any of this other stuff, then what you can do is you can use a bobble wand. I mean, interestingly enough, Medicine Woman Solution has them, creates them, and Amy sits there and is my maker. She makes them. And I have them too. If it depends on where you are located at, you can have one bought and sent to you. You buy one and you send it to you. And it is pretty much to be able to clean your aura. You can aim it to you. Or if somebody's in your space, you're going, oh, hell no, I can keep this there. And then it'll just clean out the space. Or you can go to medicinewoman.weebly.com and look under healing tools and look for Celtic Weave, connecting heaven and earth, and the hookup. And you can clean yourself off, and you can do them really quickly so that if you are having to be amongst other people, a ton of them, you'll be able to be safe. You need them during holidays, trust me. Okay, so who's next?
Miss Pilly.
Miss Pilly. Oh, Pilly. We have for Pilly. Oh, have you been losing strength? It says that you need to regain some of your strength back. And what, Amy, to what?
The loving man.
So did you lose your power to somebody? because they're saying that regardless if it's good or bad, you don't want to lose your power. Trina J. See, that was okay. So, you know what? I've been sitting here trying to figure this out. The darn thing did not move. Pilly, no wonder you've been sitting here waiting and see. But Amy can see my homepage, right?
That where they're sitting?
Well, they come over to the other page. Have you been able to see my homepage or my personal page? Because that's where these people have been sitting. Because we're supposed to be, we're pulling the names out of all of these places, and so that all of you get your reading. We've been doing some really interesting things in between. But yeah, okay, no big deal. You probably did. All right, we may have to do a healing pilly so that you can actually get your. Yeah, Trina, good job, Trina Jake. Good job. Because I saw you up here, but I couldn't see that you needed a card. Now, something's not coming up right for us. See? Okay, so Trina Jake's been sitting on my personal page, and the funny part is that she was pulling names from there, but it's not working. I don't hear you. What, Aim?
Trina did get a read.
Oh, he went under Trina.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to do a timestamp, so we have no idea.
No idea.
Trina, you have a card out there, but because of all this is happening, we will do one more for you just because I like your name. Wisdom. Finding that wisdom. Finding that wisdom. You have that wisdom. Now, when you get wisdom, understand you can let go of the bullshit. And if you can't do that, heal out the pain, the emotion, and all that. Keep the wisdom. What card did you get on top of that?
Present power.
See? Present power. Yeah, that's how you get your power back. So, there she goes with that mahalo again. What did you do, woman? I remember you so clearly now. Because now I feel it again. Holy shit bricks. Okay. If you have seen the other show, we were talking to Trina, and Trina said something with mahalo.
Oh my God.
She felt it last time too, and she was not even in this video. She was on the other. Oh, geez. So here's that energy, and I just was like, it says it loves me. I'm like, oh right, I love that too. Okay, that's a good thing. Oh, I love it. That's funny, and I love it. Okay, anybody left? Sharon, are you still there, my love? You waited so patiently. She might have had to leave. I don't know. Sharon Gordon, if Miss Sharon Gordon is there, which she may have left, I don't know, because, you know.
It's only off there.
Right, but I don't know. She might be working. She might have been on a break, or she might be. So, Trina, I knew I remembered you. Well, I should have figured it out when you said, you said something Hawaiian. Oh, there you are. Sharon, did you want to get on, hon? Because if you do, you just type that number in there and we will see you. You get in the waiting room. We're going to play. I love to play.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, and I didn't put two and two together, but then when she said mahalo, it's like, holy fuck, yeah, here we go again. And I don't see you, dear. It doesn't say that you're sitting in the waiting room. Did you type in the right number? 588-223-2206. That was you.
That was me, yeah.
That's you. Okay, so I don't see anybody else sitting in my waiting room. Sure. Okay, well, Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm not sure how to get there.
Give me a card, Brenda.
We'll give you a card, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do this with Sharon. All right, get out of wherever you are, open Zoom, open another meeting, join meeting, and then type that in. I don't know why it's not telling me you're here. says there's only 2 people present. They're saying that you're not breathing, Amy. When you're working out, when you're moving shit, you're not breathing right. So have you been moving things around in your house? I know you were fixing things, doing things, but
I moved everything around in my house.
all right. They said the next time you do that, you need to breathe when you let something go. And like, let's say all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm done with this shit. And you're going to make a basket or whatever they're doing. They're saying, just let it go, because you're not breathing out all of the stuff you're changing, the shit you're letting go. You're not breathing it out right. Oh, and you drew a card for yourself. How cute. What do you got?
It's work, and I am focused, organized, and easily able to honor the priorities and need my attention.
Oh, definitely. That's for you. Absolutely. You got a
Ta-da!
kitty. It's an actual kitty. Hi, honey. Oh, yay, she made it. Now, this is one of my good friends from Michigan. Well, we're not. Well, how do you want to do it? We became friends afterwards, after I moved. And we became friends because we were healing and doing stuff like this. But I just love this woman.
I ran across one of your videos, and we ended up bringing in Tim and Terry into it. And
Yes. And so now, I don't know. I just love this woman. So her life has been growing. And so what can we do for
and crazy.
you? What can we do for you, my dear?
What is up for me today from Spirit about either me and my cat together or separate?
That's what we'll look at. Okay. You heard what she's asked. What have you been obsessing about? No, whoa, the cat's been obsessing about something. What's funny is that sometimes you guys are sleeping. Do you happen to have kitty dreams sometimes or weird stuff and you swear?
He's been in my dreams a few times.
Yeah. Okay. So let's figure out what this is. Why is this happening? And they said that, Ghost is saying that Mama's been feeling very depleted. And the part of the dreams just show you. Now, when he's in the dream, is he running?
Not really running, but he is moving.
Because
Nodding.
Yep, that's what they're showing me, is that's part of how, it's like something's running through your mind, something like this is happening.
Trying to get my attention.
Yeah, it's like, but you're depleted. And when I ask what's happening there, and they said there's something that you distrust. And okay, so bullying, people that bully you. Okay, now Ghost is feeling, Ghost is standing right in front of me right now. For the weirdest part feeling is that I can feel Ghost. And then Ghost just says is that you will go into an alarm feeling because your body is saying, oh, I remember this. But yet here you are going, I'm sharing. I'm going to have friends and I'm going to do this and it's all good. But your body's going, ooh, okay. And then Ghost is saying, that's the name of her cat, by the way, people. Ghost is saying that, because now I want to heavy breathe, because it's just that there's that program that runs, and then there's feeling of this awkwardness and this alarm. And Ghost is saying it's even when you're petting me, you're not present. And Ghost says, that's why I want to just grab your face and go, look at me, mommy, look at my. I swear to God, that's what Ghost wants to do to you. But Ghost has been coming to your dream because Ghost wants you to feel secure and strong. Be a cat. Be strong.
Okay.
Be cat. And that's cat language. Be cat. Yeah, there you go. Be strong. And as far as what you need to heal out is very simply, they said that you have this compelled to correct yourself. Now, you can have all of these things I just described, but then there's this automatic response where you have to correct how you talk, how you look, how you act, how you sit. And it just comes up and you're doing that and you're like, so let's look at that compelled to have to correct. And they're saying that fear of being controlled. I mean, oh my God, my ass cheeks are really tight right now because you don't want to be controlled. That I swear to God, I have just worked out really hard because it's like, holy shit. I don't know how to relax right now. And they're saying that you have how many? You have one particular memory that's all about doom. And they said the worst thing you had happened in your life was when you happened to be how old? What happened to you when you were 16, 15, 16? What happened to you?
My first boyfriend, fiance, decided to dump me a week before the wedding. We were supposed to get married and didn't bother to say anything before then. So everything was paid for, and I just had to cancel everything and deal with it.
Did you pay for it all?
Yes.
Okay. That's why my teeth are hurting like a bitch. Okay. So it's about, it's like, no, it's like, I am not going to make these decisions again like this. Oh, hell no. You know, all of a sudden I just want my Southern part of me to come out, you know, just, okay. So I have to look at these bottom ones, and these bottom ones says, I felt attacked. During that time that this happened, did someone attack you, or did it feel like an attack? Maybe because it came out of nowhere?
Probably because he wanted to go out with another police cadet. He was in the police force. Police cadet that was named Sharon, and didn't bother to tell me until just before we were supposed to get married. So that's why I felt attacked, because I didn't know it was coming. No idea.
Very good. They're saying that then how you approached talking to him about it. You got to talk to him about it?
Yeah.
All right.
briefly.
They said that all of a sudden there was this masty, what the fuck's that word? This massive energy of
That's a messy.
yeah, that's it. This lofty energy come out of nowhere, and it's like, I'm going to put my authority over you. That's what I felt. And because he lorded that he has this authority, all of a sudden I just shrank. I just felt very small.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. And it's just that you felt this injustice, because that thing to correct yourself is like, in that moment, you're like, I know I need to stand up for myself. I need to put this, I need to talk about this because this involves you and me. But because of the situation of them, you couldn't. It felt like you were attacked, and it just literally, okay. And then there was just this injustice, and they're saying that they want you to heal that. Ooh, that's a huge one, because that wiped you out to the point where now you constantly correct yourself.
Right.
Okay. So just know that you're going to come to this video about 2 hours and 42 minutes in or something like that. And you're going to watch this part, and you're going to learn to hold L2D, R1S, and R2D. L2D, because all of a sudden it's like you can feel their exertion. R1S is because you can feel their rejection, and R2D is that the hatred that tries to control you. Okay?
Right.
And that's how you're going to heal it out slowly with that. Remember to give them numbers and all this and get it out, girl, because we don't need you to have to feel like you're being bullied anymore.
Me neither.
All right. Well, thank you so much, my darling, for coming on. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you real soon. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.
Bye, honey. So this is Lily, and then that's her owner. This is my human.
Hi, owner.
Yeah, my human. I own this woman.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and she knows that if Mama don't give her attention, it's like cling, 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 cling. Here's nails, Mom.
Yeah. So I just picked her up so I wouldn't have to have nails.
Good. Okay, so tell me, what is it that do we have any other people left?
Pilly paid for a 6-minute.
Good job. Pilly, you want on here, or do you want to do it just in the room?
Just in the room. She said.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm double checking to make sure it came through. And there she is. Wait, you know what? When people use different names, so Zovada is Pilly?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Good, as long as we got that figured out. Why? I just now put that connection together. Oh, you can tell I was more in spirit sometimes when I do those. Hi, Delinda.
She texted me what,
Yes.
okay, I want to ask, where are my mom's bank cards and ID?
Oh,
We have checked where she used to put them and can't find them anywhere.
okay, so we will do our best. I'm not good at law. Well, we're just going to call in Saint Anthony. Saint Anthony, something is lost. It must be found. The question is are they in this frequency? Oh, that's why you can't see them. Okay, the question is energy. They're not meant to be found right now. Why are they not meant to be found right now? Okay, so did you have to work with those two people again? Because it says that you're meant to feel like shit again because you're not doing it at the timing. And so your soul is setting this up so that you go through this. And if I ask the soul why, and it says that you're supposed to pay attention to something, it's like everybody else is saying, pay attention. Get ready, hold your laughter. Pay attention to my, look up my, and it's literally you get distracted over here as you're trying to find and do that. It creates your mindset not to be able to find it. It is there. It is there. It's like they're stuck. It is there. You haven't been able to see it because of this energy. It's messing with you terribly, if that makes any sense. Okay. This energy, oh God, it's like a very controlling. And so we got to take your eyes off of them, separate them, and just say, you know what? I know you've been doing your best, but you can feel or think, see, know what? Oh, that's interesting. I don't understand that. Contempt. We're going back to that contempt, that worthless, that's, beneath thinking. I feel like they think this towards you and you know it, and you're trying to not feed it. You're doing your best not to. The problem is it's getting to you. If that makes sense. It's getting to you. Because one of the things that I'm seeing is massive guilt. Are they trying to play the guilt card, or are they trying to play the shame card? What card are they playing? Because somehow, really, you're supposed to sacrifice yourself. Why in the hell do you have to sacrifice yourself? My whole left leg, I can't say it's sciatica because it's not the back, it's the front. And I'm assuming that part of my leg that's hurting is the liver meridian energy. So the energy, the meridian itself, it is, oh my God, they meant to put you into a state of pay attention to my, well, there it is. That makes sense. Oh my God, trying to get your attention. I mean, literally, it's my left leg. I mean, it hurts right now. It's like I can feel it in my knee. And they're saying that you're controlled by that. And I'm saying, how? Why? Well, ever since you were 1 year old, that 1 year old, it felt like you couldn't be yourself. And so you had to learn how to, because you didn't know how to deal with your emotions. You knew that you couldn't really be you. And now you're having this shown up as an adult. And they're saying, what? Who? The only way that you can protect yourself is if you make yourself cold, act mean, cold. What does that mean? I can't find the right word. A shield? Pilly. I'm not sure what that is, but I can feel it's like they're saying that they know how, so you make yourself incompatible, but they know how to push that button. And you're like, but damn it, I don't want that to happen again. So I'm looking. What do you need to do? You can't be yourself. What would you address? You would address your auto response. So you're on autopilot. You have no idea that you're responding that way until after the fact. If I'm looking a little bit more, they said that you do the stifling. You stifle yourself. That's that part of the self-abuse. So you go about your business. You go about your business. Oh, Pilly didn't know it was for her. Okay. Well, anyways, keep going. The time span, go back 5 minutes and then get the timestamp, which would be 2:45. So 2:45 or 5 minutes. 2:44. You don't want to be compatible with these people, but somehow you have to be compatible with these people. They said you're like, fine, I have to be compatible with these people. I'm going to ask you, can you get rid of these people? Well, you will be, but during this time, yes, I agree. They said that it just everything seems to be unfair. So you need to breathe, and you need to call in Saint Michael, and you need to call in your mother. And your mother says, and then I'm going to ask Mom, is those cards where she knows they are? Yes, you're just not seeing them. What? Did you move them? Did somebody move them? Somebody moved them. I think somebody's. Are you saying somebody's messing with her to some degree? Somebody's messing with her. Somebody's messing with her in such a way that's getting her flustered. Isn't that what I just said? Yes. Well, it's really flusters her. Oh, she's pointing down. What do you want her to do? Tell her to hold L2D. Okay. I hope you remember how to do this, Pilly. I haven't talked to you in a while. Left wrist, second position. Put your thumb into the second position. Push in deep. Your mom says you need to heal this shit because you can't see the cards. That vibration of what's going on is not letting you see the cards. And once you start to get that down, and you're going to focus on the irrational thinking, I can't find them. Get it down to 0. Breathe. Count of 5 in, the 5 out. Do that for at least 30 seconds to a minute. Once you're done, then go back and just let St. Anthony show you where the cards are, because they're going to pop back into existence, but I feel like they're stuck together. I don't know what the stucking is. Okay, that's what I feel. And good, she remembers. Who's next? Oh, we're
I
good.
don't know.
All right, so we're just going to double check. And anybody in my personal page, I'm looking up. I think it's just you, Amy, that's in there. And with the live stream, I see nobody else. Linda, Kathy, anybody there want to just let me know. I'm going to look back over. If anybody we may have missed that wants a card, you will. Think to yourself, yes. Better do it now. Let us know. Let us know if you want a card. If you want a paid reading, do it now, because it's about ready to be done. What is the best thing you do? And that is learn how to heal instead of deal with life. Well, Pilly says yes. She knows that they are together. She says she remembers the Hope Therapy, and she says, oh, great. See, we have Ida.
Ida again.
And Joe. Did we do Joe already?
Good, Joe.
Joe probably does not know. But Joe said thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, so it's just small print. Okay, Ida and then Deborah. Ida and Deborah. Ida. Oh, and then Delinda. Ida, Deborah, and Delinda. Ida, Deborah, and Delinda. Ida. Choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you'll begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. So understand, responsibility is the ability to show up. How do you want to show up? That is going to be one of your main choices. Do I want to show up as a jerk like some? Nah. Do I want to show up as not caring? Yeah. How do I want to show up? So they're asking you to pay attention to your ability to show up. How do you want to show up? Aim?
Great gratitude.
And they said that there's a party that when you start to get that receiving, gratitude is that you received before. And if you can remember that how good it felt to receive, and if you have problems receiving, then that is a choice you're going to have to make, is learn how to understand that you got to have balance about giving and receiving. If you're a giver and not a receiver, you are going to have to pay some karma. So learning how to balance that out. Now we're going to go over to Deborah and then to Linda. For Deborah, it is about cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, your hair, clean your house, you need to take time out for your soul. And that means sometimes just sitting down and doing what? What's that say?
Behind the mask.
You need to give yourself from not having to wear that mask. You're like, oh, I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to cleanse this mask off today. I don't need to become a bitch because somebody wants me to. I'm going to show up completely different. That's what you're going to do, Deborah. You're going to do that. Delinda. When it comes to Delinda. Wow, we got a lot of gratitudes. Delinda, to be grateful. There's something they're telling you that there is that you're grateful. You're not allowing something into your life. They're saying it's time. It's time to let that into your life. Receive. What's it say?
The sacred temple.
What does it say?
The sacred temple.
Tell me what that means. What does she have to receive? What does she need to receive? What does she have to receive? First of all, you got to receive trust in yourself, and you have to be okay, trusting that you're going to blossom. What does that mean? And Amy will tell us as soon as she gets a grip of it.
It unveils your ultimate place of power and inspiration. The sacred temple is the seat of your soul, and it's always available to you as a source of peace, balance, and connection to spirit.
So connect yourself.
You can access this wonderful place by meditating on your heart center, receiving this card upright, telling you it's time to do so.
Right. So do that heart synchronization. There's a beautiful, thing you can follow along for 5 minutes, and that helps you breathe in and out. It follows this little infinity thing in, 5 counts in, 5 counts out, and you can start synchronizing your brain. So your heart, which then synchronizes your brain. Now, Wayne, did we do anything for Wayne? Because I see you replying to a Wayne. Yes, I did. So they're having a conversation, but I'm just going to give a card to Wayne. Wayne. Now, the boundaries came up in upside down. Do you need to create some? Do you need to stop obeying certain boundaries? You got to stop. What? Somebody put boundaries up for you. Oh, somebody's running your life. Who is it? Who is saying this is who Wayne is? This is your boundaries. This is what you have to do. They're saying that you need to know your boundaries. Wonderful. You're thankful, Delinda. You're wonderful. Okay, whatever your boundary, they got to be yours. Okay. What?
The vast universe.
What does the vast universe mean in that card? While she's looking that up, I want you to understand that if you're here, because I see people watching, don't know if you got a card or not. We will see. And you guys have been great today, I have to say. And I hope you enjoyed. Now, some of you from YouTube, I'm going to put this up. Because this one's a very important one, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So you'll get to see today's show with the pictures of the people on. So if there's things that you wanted to see and you may have missed, don't worry. We got it put up. What did the card say? Do you know?
Our bright sun spinning in the heavens and projecting divine light to the earth sends out brilliant waves of universal energy. You receive this card upright. You know that this is vast river of grace, abundance, and happiness is open to you.
Okay, so you have all this universe that's at your beck and call. They say you're not really asking, and you really need to allow yourself to understand that don't let other people's guilt make the boundaries for you for your life. And Wonderful. Vicki has enjoyed this. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you have. If you've had received a healing from us or a card and you think it's great, please put a recommendation on the page. That would be very helpful, so that we can really start doing my purpose. My purpose is Medicine Woman Solution. Amy is aboard and joining me, and just so you understand that we are moving in the direction to help you wake up, to help you into the direction of you can be empowered to be more of your authentic self. You guys have been really great today. We want to say thank you for Amy for being very much a co-host and a helper today. And she's getting her skills up. She's doing really well, and she's being vulnerable, and we appreciate that, Miss Amy. And what do we always say? We like to say you can heal that, you can resolve to evolve, and
Heal instead of feel.
yes, and together, I love to say at the end is
Stay blessed.
That's right. We love the fact that if you can stay blessed, it is so important that you can